crack bills. If you ain't talking money, then I don't want to talk.
Still gon' stunt. Diamonds look like they glowing. 50 stacks all singles, I make it look like it's snowing. Treat them like Jack boys, catch them slipping and slam. Treat them like Jack boys, catch them slipping and slam. Then I'm still gon' stunt. Diamonds look like they glowing. 50 stacks all singles, I make it look like it's snowing. Treat them like Jack boys, catch them slipping and slam. Treat them like Jack boys, catch them slipping and slam. Stunt. Diamonds look like they glowing. 50 stacks all singles, I make it look like it's snowing. Treat them like Jack boys, catch them slipping and slam. Treat them like Jack boys, catch them slipping and slam. Then I'm still gon' stunt. Diamonds look like they glowing. 50 stacks all singles, I make it look like it's snowing. Treat them like Jack boys, catch them slipping and slam. Treat them like Jack boys, catch them slipping and slam. Stunt. Diamonds look like they glowing. 50 stacks all singles, I make it look like it's snowing. Treat them like Jack boys, catch them slipping and slam. Treat them like Jack boys, catch them slipping and slam. Then I'm still gon' stunt. Diamonds look like they glowing. 50 stacks all singles, I make it look like it's snowing. Treat them like Jack boys, catch them slipping and slam. Treat them like Jack boys, catch them slipping and slam. Stunt. Diamonds look like they glowing. 50 stacks all singles, I make it look.
What up, though? This is Loc Nation. Thanks for coming chilling with your boy. Not really feeling myself right now, but hey, that's life, right? Today is the day that we send a sister home. First, it was brother Clarence. God had to send him home. Now it's sister Trinidad T. She was 39 when she passed. My condolences to her family. I think she was married, I believe. I'm just assuming. I don't know if she had children. I don't know anything at this point, but I do know when I saw her when she was here and she traveled elsewhere, Um, I guess she played a character, but inside of all that exterior was a sweet woman. And like I said, condolences to her family. Condolences to her family, um, family, friends, and um, yeah, it's rough. It's rough, but this is where we count our blessings. This is where we truly count our blessings. But the show must go on. The show must go on. The show must go on. Thank you everybody for attending. Uh, I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna keep it a buck before we get into any and everything. The whole Suki kind of bullshit that people keep harking on. Whether it's the school, whether it's what Dr. Umar's doing, it's a whole bunch of bullshit that people of um who are not of his ilk just mainly just want to do content just because they want to do content. But needless to say, it doesn't feel good to lose somebody that you like. I don't believe that people actually liked her. I know um Nightish joked with her a couple of times. I don't know if to be perfectly honest, I don't know if he was real with it or he was just playing a role. But I genuinely actually liked her. Um, I mean, she may seem a little bit rough around the edges, but I definitely liked her. Um, a lot of people who were around her, they liked her too, but she also had some people who literally just, they like to clown her a lot, boot her off the panels and that's how annoying she was, but she wasn't annoying to me at all. She wasn't. But needless to say, I just felt some type of a way because two people who I admired and I respect are gone. Um, this makes me further, as life is, the days go by, as I further look into the future, I might decide to departure from this here. Um, I don't know yet. February is not that far away. It will be the annual anniversary to how long I've been on YouTube. But this, people just got to move on. People just got to move on from this, and I have respect for those live streamers that come on this here and make this an entertainment situation. I don't know. Maybe I'll get over this. Maybe I won't. But I do know that this is some real serious business when you lose somebody that you love or you respect or you have genuine friendships with. If you know what I mean. Some of us are friends. Some of us are colleagues. Some of us are whatever. But like I said, I liked her being around when she was on jumping on panels. I say hi to her, she says hi back, and she always had that smile. She always genuinely had that smile when I was there, when I anywhere around her. You can just see it, you know. And I thought she was an elder. I thought she was an elder. Come to think of people say she was, she wasn't. She was my. She was. I was her elder. Not really, but I mean, I'm 44. She was 39. I mean, I'm slightly older than her, but she just came across with it that way. You know what I mean? But needless to say, um, I will definitely miss her. Uh, may the Lord bring her home, and she doesn't have to feel any pain, any suffering, any of that. But while I do all this, while I recover from this tragedy, give me a few minutes, and I'll get back at you. Okay, back to business. Um, for the whole Suki shit, I really wanted to explain to certain motherfuckers that it's nobody's fucking business if, let's just say, Umar wants to get with four, five, six motherfuckers. He just happened to get with a person, not will get with, but he happened to meet a person who was in his area. I actually found an actual clip that when she was speaking about, excuse me, Umar, she was speaking in the respect of Umar, right? But plenty of people gonna have a lot to say. Plenty of people have a lot to say. They're gonna have, they're gonna joke about it. Blah 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 blah. It's good for their content. It's good for their live stream. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not tripping on it. He's not tripping on it either. I mean, I had spoke with the prince, and he said, you know what? It's all good. It's all good. I mean, Suki is who Suki is, but she if she changes, it might be a future in it. You know what I'm saying? But she's never gonna change. I mean, she does whatever she wants to, but we are not judge, jury, and executioner. You know what I'm saying? But enough of the talking. Let's just play the clip.
Do us a favor and word with more. Talking.
Yeah, start going to the woman below.
Um, I gotta get the. Oh, I didn't even put it on. Hold on. I didn't even put it on the damn screen yet. Oh, or did I do that? Hold on. All right. I did put it on the screen. Never mind.
I was when I was a child, I was a little kid, but we were academy, that's a school they did.
Oh.
I was one of the Umar's teachings, of course.
Mm-hmm.
And that's somebody I really respect, especially in the black community. I like what he has done. I like his work. And I fuck with Dr. Umar. He has a school in Wilmington, Delaware. And that was actually a school that I went to when I was a child. I was a little kid. It was called Warrior Academy. That's a school that he has. I plan on working with Dr. Umar, help my community. And he really believes in me doing that. I just didn't feel like at that time I was quite ready. I got to be all the way in. And I really do support my people. I care about black power, everything like that. My black community, black economics, whatever I can do. Nah, I'm not going to be a hypocrite.
Right.
Like, when I just start going to his things, like, I agree. But I know that I'm outside. Like, what I'm going to do? You probably use me to talk to a certain community, a certain demographic that listens to me, but I can't act like my shit don't stink.
Right. Because he's right. He's still coming over.
Yeah. Yeah. So, like, I just going. Like, I never know how my future will be.
Do say then put in the word with Umar. I'd love to talk to him, but if
I would love. I think so. You already put up that. So.
So, in a nutshell, there you have it. This, I mean, I was gonna go ahead and put this in the books, but she is right. Uh, I'm trying to put this lightly. At first, I kind of like gave Umar the side eye, like, what are we doing here, Umar? What we doing? And because of past videos that I've seen of Suki, smash it. Of past videos that I've actually seen of Suki, I'm like giving Umar the side eye. But then when they met, they had a couple of meetings with each other, and it was genuine and it was harmful, very harmful. But yet, I see angry man making memes about it. I seen all motherfuckers make memes about it. Even D the rail joke with me about the shit. I'm like, nigga, stop. It is what it is. The man is single. He ain't married. If he did want to smash, he'll smash. He a grown ass motherfucking man. I could care less what he does in his bedroom. I really could care less. But he's not like that. He's like consciousness before cookies, which we all go like this. We all get that. I don't know. I would rather him go out with somebody a little bit, I don't know, on the decent side. But shouts out to Suki. Shouts out to Suki Hana. If she turns a corner, then and only then I can see her collaborating with Umar on a spiritual level. But she's almost in her 40s. Not right now. Not right now. I don't see it. I don't see it. But people can make assumptions what they want about Dr. Umar and his ilk, whatever, his spirituality, what he does with the school, and blah 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 blah. When I went to go see him, went to go see Dr. Umar, and I'm just gonna say this, and people who don't believe it don't have to believe it. They don't have to go to his lectures. They don't have to listen to this man. He said, and I quote, "The school is damn near ready. He's found somebody that can do the floors, right? There are several rooms, although he only needs to do a couple. I can only see that, but this is his school." And then after that, the certificate of occupation, he's on that. He's ready to get this thing open for the linen honor head dick suckers of the world. Stop it. Just stop it. It's really annoying and it's really giving me a fucking headache. You ain't got no real content. You just look at him and go, "Oh, there's Umar. I can do content on Umar all day." Well, look, saying goodbye to my kid. I think most of you motherfuckers need to go to church, just like my wife and my kids need to go to church, and so they can start throwing holy water at your ass. But anyway, I spoke with Umar the other day, and everything is chill. Everything is so much chill, and plus, y'all Negroes ain't going to the school no goddamn way. I am, but you're not. So he said, I love Dr. Umar. I love him too, but we gotta. I treat him like I treat him like one of the brothers, but not everybody's Umar's cup of tea, and I understand. I understand. They hate on all of them do, especially this boy. You know what? I ain't gonna even address. No, you know what? I will address one person who has followed Umar for 19 years. 19 years, and that's Lennon Otter. Lennon Otter constantly does videos on this man, and I think he secretly has a crush on Umar. I think he secretly has a crush on Umar. Otherwise, he wouldn't be doing 5, 6 hour streams on one man. Like when Monty Woodgrain did it, he did it for like mainly like a couple of videos here and there, and we never heard from him again. The only two ignorant ass Negroes that we honestly keep hearing from and constantly keep doing the same wash, rinse, and repeat type of shit, they're still doing clips on Umar. Like a book of tweets on Umar. A book of tweets. A book of tweets on this man. But he's going to keep going. And, oh, by the way, I want to give a shout out to a content creator who's found my video of me interviewing, excuse me, I can't even speak, of interviewing Dr. Umar. I want to give a shout out to that brother because he's actually found my clip. Smash it. Oh, Lord. Jesus, here comes the fucking... I need to get rid of that shit, too. Hold on. 60 MVN TV. Thank you for finding my clip, bro. Thank you for putting me on the motherfucking map. Shouts out to you, my bro.
There's nobody left for these to go to and try to sabotage my work. I'm just going to keep on going.
Yes, sir.
Let's go to FDMG.
Yes, sir.
We're not even open yet. And we've already made history. First of all, we're the largest independent black school campus in the country. We're the only independent school with 2 real schools, not a church, not a basement, not a storefront, not your house. Real school buildings. We're the only one with 2.
I did this interview back in 2022, I believe. I did one in 2022, and then I did part of it in 2023, I think. But I want to thank the brother for looking me up and putting me on the map. I really want to thank you, my brother. I really do. And to all the dick sucking haters, you know who you are. It's like, y'all making me famous up in this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? If only I ever had, a couple of, not cash apps, but, what's it called? Oh, yeah. Memberships. Well, a couple of memberships would be cool. But I'm blowing up. I'm like Tracy Morgan. I'm blowing up.
We're the largest, and not only that, except for the most honorable markets in society. Except for the most honorable markets in society. We're the only school in the history of this country, that was purchased, renovated, and operated with donations from African people from all over the world. Every continent has contributed to the FDMG Academy. We get as many donations from continental Africans as we get from American Africans. We get as many donations from Africans in Europe and Asia, Caribbean as we get from American Africans. You've never seen it. Maybe Garvey, but nobody else. Me and Garvey, that's it when it comes to a school that was built by Africans from all over the world.
So why donations? But why donations, sir? Why donations? Why can't you just go to a bank? Why can't you just go to a bank and get the money from the bank and everything and blah 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 blah.
See,
Well, maybe just
we
maybe he just wanted to pay. He doesn't want to be responsible for white money.
not only that. That's correct, but let's go deeper, my brother.
Yes, sir.
First of all, I don't need the bank because I'm so loved by my people. I'm so loved by my people that they said, Doc, you don't need the bank. We got you. We got you. Don't you know? I was talking to somebody the other day, right? And they said they didn't know about me. There's people who don't know me. So I remain humble. And they said, you open up a school? I said, yeah. They said, how you getting it funded? I said, from the people. This the other day. I said, from the people. They said, what do you mean from the people? I said, I asked the black community worldwide, the African family.
You know what, Lisa? I mean, right now as we speak, audio's always going to mess up. It's going to come back eventually. But needless to say, you have those individuals who prey on women a lot, or prey on just getting attention a lot. I don't listen to those people as much as I do when I listen to, say, a Dr. John Henry Clark or something like that. Who is in the building? Who is in the building? This is We-On-Loc Nation. Who the hell is there?
Smash it.
Hey, love, how are you?
Oh, what? That was dry. That was very dry. Okay.
I told you in the email I'm dealing with a very effed up situation,
But you're acting all salty and shit. What's going on with that? Ugh.
I'm not acting salty. Who said I was acting salty? Okay. Hi, how are you, Trish? How's it going?
That's better. How are you? How are you? Thank you for asking. That's wonderful that you care.
You know what? Have a happy Thanksgiving to you and your family.
I don't celebrate it, but I did make 23 pies. I just recently.
So that makes two of us. Good. That definitely makes two of us.
Yeah, I'm just helping my family. I do it every year. So everyone knows that I don't celebrate pagan holidays. So when it comes to these holidays, when it comes down to these holidays, my family, some of them do, and they require certain things from me, like making pies and shit every year. My mom's pies, so I do that.
He said that sounded fake. That did not sound fake.
Right.
No, she's talking to me. Oh,
yeah.
Lisa,
how are you doing? Yeah, that shit was fake as hell, Lisa.
No, it was not. Hey, man, how are you? No, it didn't sound fake. It didn't sound fake at all. I'm not number one, I'm not a fake person. I'm not a fake person at all. I have my days when I'm like, ugh. And then I have my days where I'm like, hey, it just all depends. But right now, it's just. Ugh.
You gotta accept the invite.
I have to accept the invite.
Yeah, I rescheduled.
Oh yeah. You know.
Spill it.
I'm gonna tell you, Trish. It's not looking good, but we're trying. We really are, and this is the reason why I feel so icky about it. Have you ever been on a wrestling team or a basketball team, and you feel kind of icky afterwards, and you just want to take a shower? That's just how I feel. I just feel. Like I just want to go somewhere where it's just nice. Once upon a time, it was Africa. I want to go to Ghana.
Yeah, I've been
And
there twice.
apparently couldn't go, so but my wife's been pretty much everywhere and I've been nowhere. But
So let me
we'll
know.
see.
Let me know what you want to do. So if you're not able to do it, I can move on and not waste any time. Seriously, because I have lots to do and I can't chase people. That's what I'm not doing.
I got you. I
Lisa
got you.
says, "Hey Trish, how was your day? Oh, tiring. How are you? I'm happy. I'm so happy to see you. I'm happy to see you too, Lisa. See, that's not fake. He's the fake one. Smash.
I'm not faking. You see, Lisa, was I fake? You know what? That's kind of personal. I'm not fake when I check on you every other day, or I tell you to get off of YouTube and attend to your business. Is that being fake? Damn it! But nah, seriously. I honestly want to.
Lisa, he's very shady, as you hear. Very shady. Go ahead.
I'm shade. Let me see. I'm shady. I'm fake. I'm an asshole. I'm a what is it? A panderer, and I'm a simp. So I'm all five things. Okay, cool, great. I'll take it. I guess I'll just take it. Share, subscribe, share, subscribe to the channel. Like, share, subscribe to the channel. Please become a member of We-On-Loc Next channel. What are you doing right now, Trish? You on live tonight? Trish.
Sorry, I just finished waiting for a family member to come about an hour and a half ago. I don't know if I'm going live. I don't want to see the kitchen until this weekend. So I don't know. I don't know.
You and my wife both. She just got done making cakes and more cakes for everybody else.
Yeah, 23 pies, and that started yesterday. So I'm just,
I get it. I get it. I did the dishes, so you're not alone. She did the cooking. I did the cleaning. So that's just. I get it. I totally get it. No, you're not. You're just sounding the way at the moment. If I didn't love you, I wouldn't say anything. Now that sounds fake. Lisa, that sounds fake as hell. That just sounds fucking fake. You wouldn't say it, period. You wouldn't say that to me, period. Because I don't sound that way. I don't even
okay.
think
So
my
so
sound that
so
way.
I wanted to tell you, all of those things you called yourself. I don't know where they came from. Maybe other people, but you did sound fake earlier. That's why I hit the link and asked what's going on, and I need to know and all of that because I like people who are upfront. I'm very upfront. You never have to guess with me. Never.
Well, I did. No, I did send you an email. Did you read it? And
You said that you was declining, but never said what you was declining
no, no, no,
for.
no. The one before that. The one before that.
Yeah, yeah, I saw. No, I saw that. I saw the declining first, and then the other one after that.
Okay.
That
Well,
explained what's
well,
going on.
again, I will sincerely apologize for what I said. Um, Lisa doesn't.
What? What about what? Are you bringing up that girl again? Every time I speak to you, you have to bring
No,
her up.
because you see, you
I don't
said,
even think about it. I forgot about it as soon as it happened. I'm not
but
like you.
okay, but you said the word. You said
Y'all
girl.
trying to keep this girl
I
in my
don't.
mind.
I don't
Y'all
bring
are
up girl.
trying your hardest to keep this girl in my mind, and she's so
I didn't even bring it
In the
up.
email you did. In the email you did.
No, but I meant it sincerely
That's
though.
why I didn't respond to that email. I responded to the other one. I don't care. Every time you try to keep this non-existent person in my head, it's like equivalent. I don't understand it. I don't get it. Like, that's not me. Like, she's not even air. She's not even dirt. She's nothing.
Again, over here we call her Michael McDoesn't exist because she
I,
doesn't
I,
exist.
I don't know. I don't care. I don't know. I don't care.
That's why I said what I said. I
But
said
but you didn't even have to say it. You could have just lived, just be,
no,
without her.
but you know how YouTube is, right? Sometimes YouTube be tripping, and I didn't want you to be
I
decreased.
don't, even if I listen, I've been hearing things about that person for 5 years, and every time I go, oh, okay, and keep it moving. And as soon as I keep it moving, I forget about it until it's time to remember it. I don't care. That's how you can truly tell when someone doesn't care. It's like, okay, I got this, shelve it, keep it moving. I don't care. It's sad. It's really sad. And I want to tell you, I don't care so much. Um, I have a big meeting.
Yo, the
You
I
have
have
a
a
big
big
meeting.
I have a big meeting coming up, and it is going to change how I approach that situation with the butterfly progressive. Meaning, do I still uh, put her at a halt, or do I just let it go and do something else? That's coming up. I think that's the way I'm going to go, just to get rid of her completely. Completely. You know what I
You
mean?
do you do what you feel, Trish. I already told you my feelings. I don't want even want her in my radar because if I
Yeah.
do, it is what it is at that point.
Hello,
But
sir. How are you?
yo, what's up? Yo, We-On-Loc, I haven't seen you in a long time. Yeah,
yeah,
I
how
was
was
off of
school and
YouTube.
everything, man?
I was busy with college, you know.
Yeah, from my old town, East Lansing,
Yeah,
where punk ass Michigan State resides. So,
nah, the Spartans is the best team, low key. They're winning nowadays in basketball.
shit. Man. How you been? How you been?
I've been good. Actually, I was just watching the new Kendrick album. It just dropped a few days ago.
By the way, Trish, I forgot to tell you. Um, and Lisa, since you're in here, um, part of the reason why I'm sobbing is because one of a good colleague of mine, two of them passed away. Um,
Sorry to hear
one,
that.
Sorry.
one Miss Trinidad T. She was a very good person. Um, she traveled, she moved around a lot, YouTube spaces, and so did Brother Clarence. Brother Clarence passed away because due to a heart attack. So um, those are two YouTubers that mainly, I had some fond respect. So that's part of the reason why I'm salty right now. But I'm not too salty to say hello, how you doing, stuff like that. So my
Okay.
bad if I wasn't clear. If I wasn't clear on that.
Well, you said you was going through something, like, you've been going through something for a minute now. Every time I speak to you, you always tell me that you're going through something, and we all go through things. Hold on. Keep talking.
Hey, bro, what's been going on? You've been catching up with the YouTube streets lately?
No, I haven't been catching up. What I know is a little bit of drama, but I know, Brownie Ellie. She was being cheated on by her man's. Who else? Ashton Weems doing his thing again.
I don't know if that was real. I don't know if that was real or fake. I don't know. I don't. I mean, if it was real, then that's something personal. I wouldn't put it on a line like that. But if it was real, then I mean, she'll bounce back. She'll bounce
Yeah, I
back.
mean, she was upset, but she will find her way back.
Yeah, she will. She will. She's a strong young black woman, so she'll be okay. She'll be okay. But
Yeah, but she seemed a little disappointed, so I had to cheer her up. I said something funny. I said, "I'm 20, you're 30. Buy me a drink." And she was like, "No, no, son."
she
And I
said,
was
"What?"
like, she said, "No, kid." I was like, "Oh heck nah." I was like,
Nah,
"No, I done got played."
nah, she ain't funny. Nah, you what? In your still in your 20s? You still in your
Yeah,
20s, man?
I just turned 20.
Nah, I think she would want somebody a little bit seasoned. I
Yeah,
don't know. I don't know. But you'll find plenty of them out there who's your speed and stuff. Yeah,
hmm
I'll have confidence in you. But yeah, just stick to your books, stick to your education. You'll be just fine. Probably
yeah.
have a good job doing what's your major?
Cybersecurity and also computer science.
Ooh,
So it's
cyber.
basically learning about AI and ethics.
Mm-hmm.
So the
Oh,
artificial intelligence ethics are pretty something that's useful. You know the guys that program AI are WS, white supremacists, low key at Google. They
mm-hmm.
work at Google all the time. So if you get more more less harmful people inside Google, maybe society can be equitable for everybody. Like AI could be harmful low key.
Or it can help. It just all depends. But I believe what you
Yeah.
what you're saying is definitely on point. Definitely on point.
Mhm.
How's it gonna serve this generation? I have no idea.
Yeah, it's
I
like you gotta learn about working with AI before a computer.
yeah, but hey, you gotta do what you gotta do, right?
Yeah, that's true.
So without you know, I met the good brother a couple of days ago, and if you haven't seen the clip, just go over to my tab, go to the video and watch it. Um, same lecture, same old.
hmm
Um, I should have just. I don't think I will be entertaining the brother anytime soon. In other words, I don't think I'll be doing another interview with him anytime soon. Nevertheless, I plan on taking the trip to Wilmington, Delaware, once he does cut that red ribbon, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
But but for right now, my hope is he gets done this coming year. Hopefully he gets done this coming year. Shouldn't even take him this much. I mean, he's damn near finished. So, um, I was just talking earlier about the whole Sukiana bit. People are tripping because he met with Sukiana, gave her a whole big hug. Do you know what mainly happens in these lectures? Let me give you a preview of what happens in these lectures. You go for free, for free. You take a
Hey,
seat.
Wally, I have to
Yeah.
go and help my husband with the stuff from BJ's. I'll be back. Bye.
All right, now take it easy. All right. So you go to these lectures and you sit there. They have like a ceremony. They have an introduction. Then he comes out, does his lecture. Then after the lecture, everybody lines up. Excuse me. Everybody lines up takes pictures, and then they go out, and then they go out to the small little vendor that they have, right? They have this
Mhm.
small little vendor, and you can buy anything you want. You can buy shea butter, you can buy his books, or you can buy other books of other authors and stuff like that. You can buy beads. I bought. Let me see if I can find it. It's right here. Oh, I bought this at his lecture. This is
Oh
mine.
yeah. Oh, that's
I,
awesome.
yes, I bought this at his lecture. People get on my freaking nerves with these stupid ass videos that they come out each and every single day. Then you got this. Then you got this dope fiend. When I say dope fiend, I mean crack fiend for Umar, right? That's
Hmm.
been doing the same old wash, rinse, and repeat live streams for about 19 years. Then he has influenced other people of doing the exact same thing. Now, my question is, how long is this going to last? Let's just say Umar does open up the school. Let's just not call him that. Let's call him uh uh I don't know. I can't even
Dr. Johnson.
Lou Diamond Phillips. Let's just say Lou Diamond Phillips opens up the school, right?
Hmm.
Bing, bada, boom. You got everybody and their mama interested. Oh my God, it's so beautiful. It's the school. It's open up the school. Da, 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 da. And they go up to the school and they give Umar a high five. They give him a kiss and a hug and whatever, whatever, whatever. Only his name were these rim brother hating ass niggas try so hard indeed, trying to mess up something that could be a legacy to the black community itself. They don't ever turn around and do it to any other community. They don't ever
Yeah.
do that. So instead, they do it to him. And then they bring up other names like King Randall, Q Butter. I had no truck with any of these motherfuckers. I had no
Oh, I
trust with
know
any
Q
of them.
Butter.
You know Q Butter?
Yeah, he's on them panels discussing new serious topics.
Yeah. Again, I have no. I've been on Q Butter's panel before.
Yeah.
Yelling at yelling at Q or Clue because Clue came up there and let me tell you, Clue is the most coolest nigga I've ever met. But he's also a brother. He's also my brother, and I have to say I had to keep him around. But he had to go up there and act the fool, talking about sundown towns and this don't this don't exist, and the black community is no more, and all this other shit. And then I had to come up there and I had to say, yo, you acting a fool with yourself, right?
Yeah.
What's up, what up, Vaughn? You acting a humble fool right now.
Yeah, the guy could be a little pessimistic sometimes. He talks about how everything's gonna end in a few years. I mean, he's not wrong, but he's also not right.
Everybody talks about the end of the world. Everybody
Hmm.
has their own theory. You know who came up with that? I think it was either the Jews or the Romans, whichever one. I might be wrong on that. But whoever came up with that concept from years and years ago, why are we still here? I mean, I mean, even
Hmm.
Y2K. Y'all remember Y2K it was 1999, and everybody said, "Oh, Y2K, all the lights are gonna go out, and all this catastrophe is gonna happen, and the asteroids are gonna come down, and they're gonna blow up the Earth."
Oh yeah, I heard stories about that thing. One time, one of my uncle's friends almost robbed a convenience store. Thinking, damn, I heard stories
And,
about that.
and his ass went to jail, huh?
Yeah,
Yeah.
almost. I don't
Yeah,
know. People were stupid at the time. It was the 90s.
yeah. It's the same thing with those dudes when we were in a time of COVID, heavy COVID, that all those PPP loans started coming. I wish I was one of them, but then again, no, I don't wish I was one of them because I don't know if a lot of people had to pay that shit back. I don't know. I've heard little birdies of people getting fined or arrested for not paying back those PPP loans. It's just
Oh, yeah.
crazy. It is crazy. But where was I at? Okay, I'm gonna you see this? You see this right here?
Yeah.
That's one of the interviews that I did with him.
Really?
A couple years ago. Someone peeped it out and put it on their put it on their put it on our page, put it on our live stream.
Damn, finally you getting some traction, you know?
Yeah, ain't that something?
Yeah, that's
To
that's
help me
that's
raise
a
the money
road
to open
to.
up a school to educate black children.
Mm-hmm.
They said, you don't have no corporate sponsors? I said, no. They said, you don't have no government grants? I said, no. You don't have no celebrity backing? I said, no. They said, so how do you think you're going to buy the school? I said, excuse me, we already bought the school. $13 million campus. And we bought it for pennies on the dollar. We already got that. And we're going to be open by the end of the year, beginning of the next year, with
Mm-hmm.
all black money. No.
Well, that was a farce, but he even admitted not to put the dates out there so quick because there's a lot of work that needs to be done, and he knew that, and so he finally ended up getting some help that he needs, and so we're not too far behind on the school. That's basically about
Oh
what
yeah, can
summed
you
it up.
imagine him being the principal of the school?
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, he does. He's like a psychologist. He knows how to deal with kids with ADHD.
Hmm.
I mean,
Yeah.
he'd be a cool teacher, you know.
Oh, he's not a psychologist. He has about what 6 degrees. I mean, good, but to be perfectly honest, if he really wanted to make money, he could have not done the whole psychology thing and could have just stuck with uh, being an attorney, being a
Mm.
defense attorney, because that was one of his goals is to be a defense attorney. So with that being said, I mean, it is what it is. This is one of my old videos
Oh yeah, from how long?
from I think it was a couple of years ago. I think this was like 2022, I
Oh
believe.
yeah, yeah, 2 years ago.
It was 2 years ago as it came out. Somebody finally found it, and yeah, yeah, just play it, check it out.
No
Yeah.
loans, no bank loans, no government grants, no corporate handouts. No other black school in this country can lay claim to that now or historically except Bobby. We in the class all by ourselves.
Let's get the elephant out of the room. Everybody's complaining about taxes. What say you?
First of all, FDMG is a tax exempt institution.
Okay.
We do owe back taxes for the first 2 years that we operated before we became tax exempt. So we do have to pay that to Newcastle County. But we pay that as we pay that. We have a payment plan and we're slowly paying it because we need our funds for other things. We're not up for sale. We're not up for foreclosure. We're not up for shit. All these lies that the YouTubians, they said the school was going to auction. It was going to take the, they be making up stuff, man. It's
Damn.
and they do make up stuff as they go along. They
Maybe
do.
people just know that the impact he's having on other people is that much that they make up lies about it because you know.
Oh yes. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, there have been some people in the past that absolutely ruined it for everybody. I understand that. But I mean, and then of course there are other people who came out with their schools. Oh, good, great, congratulations. Um, your school is a little bit different from his because he wants to open it as a Pan African school.
Oh yeah, that's
Yours
good. That's good.
is not a pan. Yours is not a Pan African. It could be. You could be opening up a Christian school. You could be opening up a Hebrew school, a Roman school, a Israelite school. You get what I mean, right?
Yeah, I went to
So,
public school, so anyway.
and public schools ain't teaching you shit anyway. So,
Yeah.
I mean, it is what it is for the most part. It is what it is. Like, share, subscribe to the channel. Like, share, subscribe to the channel. Become a member of the We-On-Loc Nation channel. Um, it's been it's been quite crazy with, and I don't have to play this anymore. It's been quite. I don't know. It's been lightweight since you've been gone. It's
Yeah.
been heavy. It's been kind of dry since you've been gone. I would have to be perfectly honest. Other than a couple of fist fighting and one person getting knocked out. Other than that, it's been pretty dry. It's been pretty
Yeah.
dry.
I don't know. Ever since I left, there was no drama. Like even before I left, there was the drama stopped.
Oh, drama hasn't stopped. I mean, it's just been tiresome. It's just been dry. Like I said, ever since you've been gone, um, Hamp had hosted some fights
Oh
over
really?
at Houston, Texas. Yeah, and it was some YouTubers that got into actual boxing match. One person got knocked out. Yeah. The other one I haven't even watched, but it was pretty good that he put that DJ Hamp, shouts out to DJ Hamp, actually put this together. He actually put
Yo,
this
were they
together.
boxing with DJ Hamp or like?
No. He was the ref. He was the
Oh
referee.
yeah,
He was a ref, and he had other YouTubers fight. So it was pretty good. It was pretty
yeah.
good.
One
Um,
person I would not want to fight is Fatty because the guy might sit up on me, and I might get crushed.
Fatty knows how to defend himself, so I wouldn't take lightly to
Yeah.
I wouldn't take lightly to anybody, and that's why I if I were to have a match or a challenge, anybody wanted to challenge me to anything, I would definitely prepare myself because you don't know who's what.
Mhm.
That would be it. Um, like Mr. Fantastic. Mr. Fantastic has been in the military for has been retired from the military for 20 years, and he's only in his 40s. And him and Semulac, or whatever his name is, they ended up boxing each other. And Auntie sent me the clip, and so first round was pretty good. It was only like a 2 round. It was on like a 2 round match. First round was like, all right. Second round, he ended up getting knocked out because Mr. Fantastic is like 6'5" with the wings, with the long ass wingspan, and you try to come in close. All I got to do is go to the body with you a couple of times, bing bang boom, and then there goes your head. Your head's in the way, knock your ass out. Simple as that.
Yeah. I mean, do they make you
Motherfucker was
sign
up
you?
in it.
Do they make you sign a waiver or something?
I think they did. I think they did. Yeah.
Yeah.
Otherwise, another person can sue the. I mean, one person can sue the other person. So, I don't think they will go out without signing some type of contract or something. I don't think they would do
Yeah.
that. I don't think they would do that
I
much.
mean, if the contract said I win $1 million, if I or if some kind of money, and if I win, I'd surely participate. Why not? I know I'll get knocked out, but come on, it's worth it.
You were who were you gonna fight?
Man, I'll rank them strongest to least strongest.
Oh, I mean, honestly, who out of that camp, who would you want to box?
Damn,
And,
anybody that shit.
yeah, you know what? I'll be by your corner. I'll give you some instructions. I was like, listen, theory, bob and weave, move your head, bob and weave and move your head, run,
Yeah,
run, rope a dope. You wouldn't know. I don't. I'm not gonna judge. I'm not gonna judge, but I
yeah.
just know
I don't know nothing about boxing, but one person I would not box is Fatty.
Fatty ain't gonna come to 1,000 miles to box nobody. He ain't gonna do that.
Yeah, I mean, if
He,
all the YouTubers are coming, I'm not gonna fight Fatty because he might crush me like Flat Stanley in it.
well, I mean, all depends. All depends. Me, I mean, I would do it. It's just that once you do it and you get knocked out, let's just say you get punched in your head a couple of times. We're all in our 30s and 40s, right?
Hmm.
You're gonna seriously gonna have to relax because rocking your head back and forth, even with that gear, you're still messing with the brain. So,
Yeah,
um, over the age of 35, I learned. I mean, learn from experience that you can easily seriously get brain damage if not protected heavily. So, not saying that I wish brain damage on anybody, but
yeah,
needless to say, that knockout was quite fantastic.
yeah.
I'll say that for the
Man, if
record.
I got knocked out, I would have been ended up like Angel. Mm.
Now there's a person you can definitely knock out. There's a person right there.
Nah, I would not go for someone my size. I'll go bigger.
Nah. That angel needs to be knocked out. I would definitely pay for something like that. I would
No,
listen.
you know what
I got
happens if you know.
money on theory real quick. I got my money on theory.
Yeah, I
But
mean,
hey,
if you knock Angel out, his brain might get rewired differently. The guy says the word, but now he's gonna act on it. I don't know. Angel might become more eviler than he already is. His villain arc will start.
man, you know what?
It's because of the wiring of the brain if he gets knocked out.
I'm not going to say anything too dirty,
Yeah, I know.
but needless to say, you still a chump. But respectfully. But you want to stick around because I'm about to do this next clip.
Oh yeah, do it, do it.
All right. Well, this next one, we all know this chick. She
Oh
mainly she was sat on the couch and sat on the blue couch with street stars. It used to be that this same woman that apparently I interviewed before, or we had conversations. Let's just say I had conversations with myself, Queen Maker, and another YouTuber that I'm not going to even throw out there because that's a good friend of mine. Um, Needless to say, it was cool and just there. But then as time went on, they were a fling. They were a fling together, and then afterwards they broke up, and then a whole bunch of mess started happening, and then now we're here.
oh yeah.
Now I could go back and I could play the old clips of her and this particular lady. We all know who that is. I can go back and play a whole bunch of other clips of her, blaming this one over the other, and we all know how fake this person is, the queen maker. It used to be she used to be all about protecting and protecting the women and being all about womanhood.
Yeah, what
Now,
she do now?
now she wants to switch up. Now she wants to be part of the clique. Well,
It ain't gonna work out
Women
because
really think that this is an educational difference between.
what'd you say?
it ain't gonna work out because she's switching sides on her audience.
Well, we'll see
Yeah,
how
it was,
we'll
she's
see
like,
how this we'll see how this goes. Let me play this clip real quick.
Men and women as opposed to a neurological and biological difference. They don't understand that. So they don't understand that the male has a threshold of what he can handle and what he cannot handle. So women don't understand that they're placing an enormous amount of pressure and weight on men that exceed the capabilities of males by nature, which is part of the reason why so many males fail, because by nature, males are not social creatures. The male's nature is designed in the wild to spend all his time and energy trying to build himself up to be a competitor against other men, to conquer them, to win the reward of being able to pass his genes along.
She thinks she is such a scientific rule on men. It's like now I see why so many of the dudes be tripping on this woman because, quite
she's switching
frankly,
sides.
pretty much. She been learned this from the manosphere. She just used that to her own advantage. But now it's like she's doing this whole entire switch up, which
So
is,
she's basically
everybody
grifting.
pretty much everybody sees this. Everybody sees this, and everybody it pretty much is like it's like what else you getting into? Because number one, your books are fake. Your books are fake. You rub off of other talent, and you basically get support by other fake people. One of them I known for on Facebook for at least 2 years. I think her name is Nicole, but she doesn't go on YouTube. She goes on Facebook Live, and she's just as worse as the Queen Maker. So you're doing this to make a buck. Congratulations. Do you know how much her sessions are? Do you know she tried to charge a session? This is on her website. She charged over $400 for
Damn,
one
400 what
session.
now?
$400 for one session.
One session? Come on, I could afford many infinite sessions with $400. That's too expensive.
You know when Umar does his Tuesday conferences on Tuesday, guess how much he charges?
How much?
Zero.
Damn, I could get much better at the price of less.
The only thing he charges is for interviews and stuff like that. That's the only thing he charges for. And of course his books ain't cheap. I got both of his books right here, but other than that, his lectures are free, his conferences are free. It's just like, but to have a session with this woman for
Okay,
four
one
hundred
okay,
dollars,
one of them loves the people, the other one clearly wants to profit off of the people.
better be hit. I better hit that shit 4 ways from Sunday. I better be getting a session with a happy ending or some shit.
hmm She's trying to make money off of people's problems, low key.
Or she's trying to, like I said, at one point she was trying to burn the women off of the burn the men off of the women and just retain the women. But now it's getting kind of stale. People see through her tricks, and none of the shit from her mouth makes sense anyway. So what she does is what you said, grift. She grifts a lot, and she's gotten caught up with the whole, well, I might as well say her name, B. Taylor thing. And then when that didn't work, she kind of crawled back in her cubby hole, and she's been doing this ever since, and she's been switching up. This is crazy.
Yeah, there's
And
a lot of
as a
snakes.
result of
There's what?
There's a lot of snakes online, in this world too. People that switch up, people who say that they mean for something, but then they switch up on that thing that they like because they want to expand their audience or something, or even change their audience at times.
But she has I mean, don't get me wrong, she has the same audience, but it's like her numbers weren't doing good ever since that whole B. Taylor situation happened. Her
Basically, the
numbers,
shadow of her former self.
you gotta watch it with those words, man.
that, the male is not wired to be a caretaker. He is not wired to be quote unquote social and family oriented. He's not wired to be monogamous. So you now take this person out of a individual where he has to be really solo. You take him out of a solo, one man, every man for himself environment and put him in a social system and now tell him to do everything that goes against how he's wired. From thoughts, behaviors, sex, everything. It all goes against the male's nature. And then the women, because women hate self, I figured out women hate themselves and they hate other women. So because of that, because women do not have camaraderie amongst themselves, they have no loyalty amongst themselves, and they have no support amongst themselves, they have abandoned their relationships with their true supporters that could help them in child rearing and everything. And they look to men to replace women and take on the duties of women.
Bro, that sounds like some.
Oh, what? Like, of course, you're speaking of yourself. Wait, what?
Yeah, it doesn't make sense to me. Like, where's she
No,
like?
no. It makes sense, but I'm trying to
Like, why now?
It don't make sense. It don't make sense because
It don't make sense. Like, why now?
you feel the way that you feel because you cling to a certain audience. Now remember, she used to get anywhere from like 5 to like damn near 1,000 people in the chat every other time she goes live, right? She did some weird ass
69 God.
69 God shit, and then she met up with a couple of other people. Now I don't know if she's still married or not. I don't know.
I don't know.
It's to her husband, not a wife, to her husband, and she's still seeing these chicks on the side. Like,
Yo, that's sad for the dude.
I guess I'm not him. I'm not
Yeah.
him. I'm not him, and I would never would be the guy. I would be embarrassed. I would definitely be embarrassed.
Man, if I were the dude, here's what I would say. I would say, if you're gonna go with these chicks to the side, let me participate with you. Uh, I,
They'll probably be too busy with each other and just shove you out the way. You know, like, let
bruh,
me handle this. Let me handle this. You don't know what you're doing. Let me handle this. This is a
yeah,
woman affair. This is a woman affair. But I
yeah,
truly do. I truly do like the switch up. Even though
mm.
it's still manosphere red pill talking points, I still like the switch up.
I mean,
Let's
the switch up is
continue
a little. It's like it's not too late, but it's not too early either. But it's like, why now?
because she's losing her audience. That's why.
Hmm.
Like I
Damn,
said,
she's like Snake.
she wasn't making the numbers that she used to. But now she's
Maybe she's
coming
just
up.
trying to diversify her audience.
I heard she's coming out with with another book. That's what I heard. We'll see how
Mm.
much this. We'll see how much this. I mean, she already has 40 Shades of Grey. Um, and then 5 reasons that men don't love women or some shit. I don't know. So that's 2 books. Plus, I don't know what this third one is going to be like. Hopefully, it ain't nothing what she's talking about now. Otherwise, it's like we don't believe you at this moment.
You can't believe someone who switches sides.
You're just a freaking you just freaking tether at this point. You're just freaking tethering around and looking for the next meal. It's
Yeah,
like
people like that switch sides often. They shouldn't be trusted. You could trust them, but not fully. You know, keep a close eye on such people.
I wouldn't trust this woman with you know what? Forget it.
Yeah, I know.
That's what they're doing. And so they're trying to put so much weight on men being caretakers, helpers in the house, making all this money, competing with other men. But it's messed up because women also inhibit male development by coddling males too much, stepping in and handling conflict for males to the point where they can't integrate socially, they can't be competitors. So the male is really hindered. Then when he gets into a relationship, he's not been able to juggle all of this stuff. And since the women are narcissistic and don't know anything about males, the woman is only caring about what's good for her, what she wants. He's not doing what she wants him to do, so he's failing.
Damn. Talk about throwing women under the bus.
Damn.
Shit.
Damn, she sounds like a female Andrew Tate, Loki. Man, it's like the same talking points, you know.
No, he didn't come up with Andrew Tate.
I don't know.
I
She sounds
haven't
like a less
seen
toxic female version of Andrew Tate.
I haven't seen Andrew Tate in a while.
Oh, the
Where
guy's on
lately?
Rumble now.
Oh, they did kick him out of YouTube. They did kick him out of YouTube, just like they kicked Fresh and Fit off of YouTube.
Yeah,
Oh,
Fresh and Fit is like dirty business, you know.
very dirty business. Oh, did you see what happened though?
What happened?
Mainly, of course, Myron doesn't know how to hold his wad, so basically he tried hitting some female. He was going to try and challenge some female by hitting her.
Or
So,
did he hit
but
some FBA female, or was it like some
no,
other female?
he didn't. But he stood up acting like he wanted rock the broad in the mouth, and then basically called her the N word or whatever.
Bruh.
So that went viral, and the other part went viral is one of the I think one of the people that worked for him, one of the girls that worked for him, ended up putting her in the headlock. But here's where things twist. The same girl that was called the N word, come to find out, we they you know, people were grifting her and looking at her Twitter feed and found out she wasn't all that she was thought of to be. In other words, she hate black men. Like, but you hate black men, but you talk black shit. Like, make that make sense. It's
Yeah,
like we
damn, the world don't make sense nowadays.
no, it really doesn't because at one point I was on the verge of saying, "Yo, we need to gear up and we need to go down to Miami and we need to handle that business." Come to find out, it's like you shitting on a black man now. Like you don't know who to, you know what I'm saying? So it's not. It's like I'm looking at people with a third eye now. It's like, I mean, I see the bullshit for what it really is, but am I really risking my time? Am I really risking my life wanting to come to the rescue? I don't want to. I don't even want to do that anymore.
Yeah,
I've,
it's better not to be a savior because if you're a savior,
I've done that plenty of times, and look where it got me.
yeah, means you shouldn't save people that don't want to be saved.
Sounds like a whole trait. Don't want to be saved. Don't save them. I guess. I guess if it. I mean, if that's the case, then it is what it is. Because nowadays you can get hurt by the people that you're trying to. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know.
You,
That's straight up betrayal.
it's like, but
It's
what?
like the person you take a bullet for would shoot you in the back.
Uh, the only people that I'm taking a bullet for are my family.
Yeah.
I will be glad to take that bullet, even though it's gonna hurt in the motherfucker. I will definitely take a bullet for my family,
Mhm.
my wife, my kids, that crowd, that particular crowd. My brother, mm, mm, we'll have to talk about that in secret.
Yeah, yeah. Siblings are a question mark, you know.
Let's continue.
Sometimes.
Right. Right.
Right?
Yeah.
So this is where all the conflict comes in. And the men are not going to be the ones to change this. It's going to be the women to change it because the male can only do so much. He has a threshold. And this is the part that women don't understand, which is the reason why I started this educational process with learning men.
Well, do you also, because I can see the value of you actually mentoring the men about women.
Yes.
Do you happen to do that?
Yes, if they ask.
Got you. Okay.
You know, because we got to understand, men don't respect women. Let's just keep it a buck, right? Men do not respect women. They don't respect the intelligence of women. And I understand to a degree because women are very, very delusional. And they don't know. You can take a woman with a PhD. She can have a medical degree. She can have money in the bank. But this woman is totally ignorant when it comes to relation. Played, she will fall to her emotions and still not be able to see anything clearly. And knowing that women do not understand males and what makes a male, she can't have any logical or rational feedback that can actually help a male on anything really in his life. So this is why men ultimately don't respect women because they know that women don't know anything about them. And then on top of that, because women make terrible decisions when it comes to sex and things like that, the men can't trust them there, right? It makes sense. And then on top of that, if a man wants to knock you down and just smash you, he ain't trying to hear nothing you got to say anyway. So there's 3 layers of why men ain't listening to women. So I don't talk to men.
Right,
I don't teach men nothing unless they genuinely want my help. Otherwise,
Oh, now you want to help.
I mean, the message isn't wrong, but the messenger got to be checked.
No, that's just fake to me. That's fake. Because
I mean, the
one
message
minute,
like is it like it's like a dude should be saying that, not like
no, because it's disingenuous. One minute you were all about shitting on men, and the next minute you want to not necessarily come to their aid, but if they were humble enough, you want to come to their aid. No.
yeah. So what she's saying isn't connecting. Like the dots are not connecting. One moment she's like, "I hate men," the other, and the next moment she's talking in defense of men. Like she's not playing devil's advocate. She's grifting.
It, that is what that is. It's just like you can't come out your face with that. But again, you're trying to sell a product. You're trying to sell a view or two. You're trying to make it an actual business to do what you do. But we see through your bullshit. We ultimately see through your bullshit. And she had the nerve to get mad at me that one time when I asked her. It was like, and I don't call myself, I'm not a psychologist, but I'm literally trying to see if I can peel that onion back.
Oh
But
yeah.
throw me under the bus, and she ended up throwing herself under the bus. And quite frankly, men ain't going for it. And now women are starting to slowly decline from this woman. Slowly.
Yeah, she Loki's like one of those.
She still has a following, no doubt, but it's steadily, slowly declining. How do I know? I've talked to her. I talk to her so-called former followers every other day.
I mean, she's Loki a deceiver, you know.
Yeah, she's just seen from a whole bunch of bullshit that she spews out there. But we play a couple more minutes of this, and then we're done.
I don't got nothing to say to them, really.
Right. I was gonna say this. I feel like it's a bag there to be made. I'll be honest with you. But I gotta ask you this, right? What do you see as the biggest misconception society has about women's ability to lead compared to men? Because we just had Kamala Harris, right, versus Trump, and we got a guy. You know, again, I'm just outside looking in. We got a guy that's a felon that openly racist or says racist thing, has started incited a riot. Like, he's just clearly not the best candidate for the job. So how is it that, you know, you have a black woman, quote unquote, say what you will, but she sounds more qualified. She's actually already the vice president. Like, you know, what is the misconception about this?
I don't really think there's a misconception when you look at the state of just women, right? Because you got to think about this. Women don't care about male issues. And men are cracking right now. They under a whole lot of pressure, and nobody's listening to people like Jordan Peterson, the women specifically. Now the men listening to them, but you got Jordan Peterson out here saying stuff. You got Scott Galloway out here saying things. And these are all men's issues where men are on the...
You know what? Jordan Peterson.
He's one of those intellectuals.
What do you think about him?
I mean, I think the guy's like he doesn't have a permanent position on issues during debates. The guy's like a chameleon, like a shapeshifter.
Wait. What do you mean?
When like Jordan Peterson or some Piers Morgan, I got him confused with Piers Morgan.
No. Well, that's fine, but well, let me go back. So, what do you think about the man himself, Jordan Peterson? I
I
mean,
mean, I
this
mean,
this is a a particular white guy who's fastly intelligent, and is one of those what I want to call them. I had it in my head. It's like a, I don't want to call him a John Henry Clark. I don't want to go that far at all. But he's like one of those intellectual coaches that will actually coach you if you can actually listen to him. Like, and I actually wanted to study this guy at one point, but he just sounds
A
just
little.
he sounds like what?
It sounds a little edgy, like I don't know what his intentions are.
You know what? You know what? I will have to study him a little bit more. I would definitely have to study him just like I would, just like I would do with say like a John Henry Clark or a Professor Griff at that time. I had to study him a little bit more. Yeah. But she knows all these particular people because she reads their books. She she's used to reading men's books. And with men's books, she will actually study men and learn from their philosophy and judge from there. That's what she's used to doing. But it's like I said, we see through this already because one minute, I mean, you are completely against males, but you're on male panels, which that doesn't make any sense. Um, you can't deal with women, and women can't deal with you. So what it is that you do
Oh, she makes unholy alliances, basically.
with any and everybody who would listen to her.
So she thinks the enemy of an enemy is a friend.
The
When
enemy of my enemy is my friend.
I see what's up with her. I
Hmm.
knew that. I knew that was what's up with her. She Loki gives that kind of vibe.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Anybody that she can get a bag from, anybody that she can get a bag from. Of course. We see through her bullshit. We see.
The brink of, just blowing up. And women they don't care. As a matter of fact, the women are doing things that are triggering these men to make things worse. And it's like nobody's hearing these males' issues. So men, as they see that women don't care about what's going on with them, and they steady pushing these philosophies, messing up the children, these different sexualities and all this, they see it as being illogical, which a lot of it is, right? And the women can't see clearly. The women can't even handle their own lives. They can't make good decisions for their own lives, let alone a country, okay? Then you have ratchet 304 type women endorsing. That was a
Oh,
big
she talking about
mistake.
sexuality.
Why are you getting entertainers, these types of entertainers at that, right, to speak to the demographic? That tells you the mentality of the demographic that you're appealing to, which the average person sees as delusional, reckless, and the problem in society. Do you think they're going to vote for you?
Now she does have a point there. She does have a particular point there, in which I was on a panel, right? While you were gone, while you were away, I was up on a panel with uh, a more former demographic of females. Um, I thought, at one point, they have a pretty good channel with a pretty good following. The moment that this whole election came about is when shit changed. Of course, the men are going to go for Donald Trump, certain men, some men. I didn't vote for anyone. I didn't vote for anyone. I didn't vote for none of these trick bags.
Me neither. I don't know. None of them are good.
The moment I said I am not going to vote for Donald Trump nor Kamala Harris, the woman was like, then you don't have a place to say anything. I said, you're full of shit because number one, an independent person only means if you're independent, your whole demographic is to pick what's in your interest and not just go straight down the line and pick Democrat or Republican. That's not me. I pick whoever the hell I want to pick. And I didn't pick none of them trick bags. I also told them you don't have to vote nationally. You can just hold that vote until the next 4 years because none of these candidates are worthy. None of them. Even Donald Trump. I said Donald Trump is. I would never vote for that guy.
Man, Trump is low-key a Nazi, bruh. He's like Hitler reincarnated or something.
Mm, if you're, I want to say Fidel Castro. I don't want to say that because even Fidel Castro had sit downs with Martin Luther King and Malcolm X, so I can't say that. I'm just saying whoever is a capitalist, whoever is a bigot capitalist, which there are so many of them. I can't even name one, but there's so many of them. Then yeah, I would say that he would be definitely a Hitler. But everybody claims that he's a prejudiced type of a person. He is kind of prejudiced, but I would definitely say he's a capitalist for real, and he doesn't care about the poor because he didn't grow up poor. He does care about people, whether you're black, white, or indifferent, when it comes to you making a certain amount of money. When you're making a certain amount of money, he can actually do business with you. But if you are like you and I, poor in a sense, he just throws shit at you. But mainly that's what he's about.
I
He's
mean, the guy
rich.
heard of Project 2025. He's thinking about taxing the poor even more.
How can he tax somebody that doesn't have anything?
I don't know. He's gonna like tax out of what they have existingly.
Existently, ain't we paying for all this junk out here? Ain't
No,
we paying for all? I mean, ain't we paying for the roadways that get damaged every single year? And you're bringing all these Tesla trucks out here, which, quite frankly, I just despise Tesla trucks. I despise anything electric. We're not ready for all that yet. We're not because we can't take that bitch on the road. You know why? Because
because
number
it run
one,
out of charge.
they don't have chargers nowhere. They don't have chargers. And even if they did, they're limited. They are very, very limited. And once they run out, because they only run electrically, they don't have gas. If you have both gas and electric, then that'll be cool. That'll be fine. Oh, great. But they just run electrically. And then when it's really something when it starts snowing. When it starts getting icy and you can't use those chargers, you're screwed. You are very much screwed. And guess how much those Tesla trucks take? It take about the amount of time to charge up,
Refuel.
refuel. 8 hours.
8 hours. Damn, my iPhone could charge quicker than that.
8 hours. I would rather put $20 in my car and keep it pushing. That's what I
Mm.
would prefer to do. But this is Elon Musk. This is Elon and his buddy that he's going to be at the inauguration with Donald Trump. He's going to be at the inauguration with Donald Trump, chilling, making a fortune and trying to make the next nuclear bomb or something. Oh, I can't even say the word nuclear bomb. I can't even say that.
Oh, You might have to blur that one out.
Yeah, I have to blur that one out, of course. I don't even know how to do that, but you two will find a way to fix it. Anyway, uh, yeah, he'll just be with Trump and then just, I don't know. It ain't my worry. It's not my worry. It's not my problem. But so many, and this is the thing. When you were gone, all these ladies were up in arms, and it was all panicking. "Oh, do you know what? If you don't vote for Kamala Harris, all the women are doomed." And this is where the what's it called it, the B4 movement. Have you ever heard of the B4 movement?
I know it's like the gender wars, but more advanced.
More advanced.
Like it's like the
They're
gender
more
wars,
advanced.
but a little bit more hectic. The B4 movement, like all the abandoned men movement, like where they don't need men for shit.
Yeah, but this one is like no dating, no sex, no marriage for the
Damn.
next 4 years, and
I guess they're gonna die lonely.
they don't care. I mean, these are particular women that men wouldn't smash no damn way. So,
Nah,
especially when the ones that are shaving their heads right now.
bruh.
It got so damn ridiculous. Check this out, theory. It got so ridiculous that we got people divorcing their husbands.
Yo,
All because of the
that's
decision they're making.
damn.
Now they're starting to, because of this election, because of the quote unquote uh, uh, executive orders that Trump was emulating the people, and it's not even January yet. It's not even January yet. So,
I mean, the
but
4B movement is an example of when wokeness goes wrong.
yeah, that one, that part. But like it's like I said, you got people shaving their heads, people threatening their boyfriends and their husbands or whatever to leave them all because this dude is in office. And you made the wrong decision. You made the wrong decision, and you should have stuck with uh, um, the AKA quote unquote the black woman and just voted Democratic all the way down. And
Doesn't matter if the dude voted for Kamala or not.
then yeah, it would matter. It would matter to these people. You know why? Because what subject is the first to always come up in these elections? What's the first subject?
Abortion.
Abortion, 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 abortion. It's like, is someone in my back door? I think somebody's in my back door. Nope, no one's in my back door. No, the first sign of 22, everybody's up in arms of 2025, which is nothing but a new world order site, which we read years and decades ago, but it's in a form, and everybody thinks Donald Trump is part of this new world order. But anyway, um, they're gonna get rid of contraceptive, so they're gonna get rid of gonna get rid of birth control pills.
No,
They're
they're
gonna
gonna
get
get rid of the. They're gonna
they're
get rid
gonna
of everything.
they're gonna get rid of everything. They're gonna get rid of men's condoms, women's condoms. They're gonna get rid of birth control, uh, all that type of shit. Um, it's going to be illegal in most states for you to go get an abortion. I think only three particular states, Michigan, Nevada, and Arizona, I believe were the ones that mainly are the ones that these women can go to actually have an abortion if they really wanted one. But the rest of the world, I might be wrong about that, but the rest of the world can, has that red flag in it. So people actually people actually think that Donald Trump is literally a part of
Okay,
this whole.
why
I
does
mean,
Donald Trump want to ban rubbers?
he's pro life. He's pro life, and so am I. But I have, but I'm also pro choicey to the point where if you're being sexually,
Something.
if you have to deal, if you were being
Ditto
essay,
or
let's just
ditto.
say, whatever. If it has to do with abscessed, being raped, or being
Mhm.
murdered, or being deleted, or whatever, that would be my own. These would be my only three reasons why it would be considered for a woman to delete the child at a certain level within, I think, in a 3 week span.
I mean, it
In a
should be the last option, but again, it should be
It
an
should
option.
it should be a last option, but the abscess thing, I would definitely say, yeah, terminate that child.
Yeah, yeah,
Because
yeah. You don't want
you
those
know,
creatures rolling around,
thank you. You want to have, like, a little baby running around is like, hey, that's my dad. No, that's your. I don't even know what to call it.
bruh. Don't even take it there.
I'm trying not to. That sound
That sound that
no.
sound that sound wrong and goofy.
That is the wrong angle to put that in. Like, yes,
Bruh.
yes, definitely. So that will be the one. Which Sam Brown, the one with the old effed up face, and that was due to a war situation. He was all about not aborting, in which I can clearly understand that. But how he wanted to represent that, and this is the state of Nevada,
It should
how he
include
wanted
step bro and step sis shit.
to elaborate.
You should ban incest even when it comes to step siblings.
Yes, you should, but he was like, no, 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 full steam ahead. You keep the baby. Like, no, I'm not keeping. No, the father sexually harassed and raped this your daughter, his own daughter. And
Damn.
I'm supposed to, and she's supposed to keep that child? No,
Man, if
no,
that
no,
if that
no.
child come out, then that child finna be the evilest person ever. You never know.
I think even God would have an issue with that.
Yeah,
But
that's low-key fucked up.
right? But but other than that, if you're just wanting to have an abortion because the nigga didn't want to be there, then you have a problem. You have a real problem, and you should just put it up for adoption. But other than that, you have no excuse. None.
And
No,
some
no.
women will use abortion as a bargaining chip. That's low-key true.
All right. It's just like you trying to hold the hold the baby ransom for the
Something
brother
the
to
man
pay
did
up
or something the man didn't do.
for it. No, I'm not with that. I'm not with that at all. But I'm being called the same.
That is ill. You know what I mean?
That's a good point. That's a good point. And a lot. I even heard like a podcast where some black men felt that it was almost disgraceful. Like this is what you think of us. That
Yes.
this is what you have to go do
Yes.
to get the black vote.
Yeah.
Versus just speaking to us like human beings.
Because
Did you see? Did you see? I know you were in tune with the whole election thing, but did you see everything that went on as far as
Uh,
Quavo, Meg The Stallion?
I've seen Megan Thee Stallion dancing on stage with Kamala Harris. I've seen that one. Quavo. That thing turned into a meme, Loki.
What about what is that ugly woman's name? I don't want to call her ugly, but Sexy Red.
Sukiya.
Sexy Red.
Oh yeah,
Not
Sukiana Sexy
Sukiana.
Red.
Not Sukiana. Sexy, because Sukihana was in Wilmington, Delaware. Sexy Red was I forgot where it was, and it all turned into a shit show. It all turned into a freaking shit show afterwards. And of course, Beyonce, um, Kelly Rowan, and some other people had showed up. Even Spike Lee gave in. I said, God dang it, Spike. And then yet, all Donald Trump needed was Elon Musk, because Elon Musk is a billionaire versus
Celebrities.
people celebrities just coming out of the woodworks, and Sexy Red and freaking
But you know who's more powerful
Ice
than
Spice.
Elon Musk? The person that controls the culture, Kendrick Lamar. If you have Kendrick Lamar on your side, you could pretty much win pretty much anything all over America. Whoever
I don't
controls the
think
culture controls America.
I don't think wait, what name did you mention? Hey, that girl, how you doing?
I mentioned
What?
Kendrick Lamar. If you
I don't
control the
think
person that controls the culture controls America.
I don't think Kendrick Lamar. I don't think Kendrick Lamar is one of the piece of that. I don't think. I don't know.
Nah. I mean, if he could manage a cultural vulture like Drake, maybe he could manage another cultural vulture like Kamala Harris, who uses identity politics to get what she wants. She's low-key giving grifter vibes, and Kendrick Lamar could call her out on that. He could use his bigger platform or something.
All I know is when she lost, all had lost their damn minds. I said, and I quote, and many people agree with me, that after this election is over, I'm getting in my bed and going to sleep, and I'm waking up the next morning and I'm going to work. That's what I'm doing. That's all of what I'm doing. This is not going to affect me in any other freaking way possible. Because number one, I'm not tripping. Even if I were a female, no disrespect and no disrespect, but if I was a female, I'd be doing what the next nigga doing. Is getting up, getting dressed, going to work, acting normal, like nothing happened. They were not going to select her because number one, Muslims. She was not going to get any type of respect from the Muslim community.
Yeah, because she supports Israel, and
It doesn't matter if she supports Israel, if she supports, the mosque. It wouldn't have mattered because she does not appeal to their issues. She would never appeal to their issues. They would have made this a woman show. And plus, she was going to have acceptance for people in the LGBTQ community
oh, I see where this is going.
to make things acceptable. Just like it was no different from when Blow Joe was in office before he ended up losing his mind or whatever. It wasn't going to be any different.
Hmm.
Thirdly, third, there was no talk about there was no hardly any talk about the economy. I mean, other than trying to give tax cuts to the poor. Like, what are tax cuts? We want something more tangibleistic. What did Donald Trump do? He came up something with more tangibilistic stuff. He does that shit all the time.
Hmm.
And even though I didn't hear about the the platinum plan, which Ice Cube came out with his platinum plan first before Donald Trump just hijacked that shit. Thirdly, he did not have the ear of black men. He had the ear of 70. I take that back. He had 70 up to 78% of the black vote, right? 70%. 70% of the black vote. The rest of the motherfuckers did what? Stayed home. When I looked and I said, the electoral college is going to pick him anyway. There's no freaking way. And I almost forgot, she threw Joe Biden under the bus.
Oh damn! What?
She threw Joe Biden under the bus. Oh, and then of course, Cardi B kind of threw Kamala under the bus. So it was a shit show.
Yeah. Everything's gonna go back to normal, but
he's a hustler, and so am I. Like, why would you say that?
yeah,
But
the reason
anyway,
people didn't vote for Kamala is because they know what they don't know what's in store. But under Trump, they knew what was under store.
no. I mean, true. I mean, yeah, you could say it like that, but let me say it in that way. She didn't throw out any type of policies that black men wanted to hear. We all know Donald Trump wants to bring jobs back to America. We all know that.
Mm.
But while as men were thinking about economy, a little bit of money, and of course, taxes. Did you know that if I were to do some overtime, I would not be taxed? I would not be taxed doing my overtime.
Well, yeah, that's one loophole to get past the taxes.
Yeah. But at the end of the day, right? She was not. I mean, she didn't have that too much time, and I mean, a lot of these women spent over 40 million, I think, $1 million trying. No, 400. My bad, $400 million. $400 million for this damn campaign to get Kamala Harris in the office. I said, do you know with $400 million that we can start an infrastructure all for ourselves? And you spent this
Yeah.
amount
Kamala
for
don't represent anybody.
one broad that wasn't black? It
Yeah,
is
that's
not
what I was gonna say. Kamala ain't even black; she's Indian.
exactly. But you little wow, that's freaking hilarious. That's freaking amazing.
Maybe Kamala just wants to fit in so bad that she'd.
Trump Trump is appointing people that aren't vetted. What does that mean?
Already doesn't check for if are they white supremacists or not.
Well, he's not going to do that because I mean,
He is one himself, low key, but
he likes that type of shit. Remember, we're all fine on all sides. However he said
yeah.
it. However he fucking said it. He was putting as head of DOJ. Oh, I know what you're talking about, but it wasn't gonna make it. It wasn't gonna make a bit of a difference anyway. It really wasn't. So people can say whatever they want about Trump. I'm not a Trump supporter, but yet I need some extra money in my pocket. But I'm not gonna be so bold as to say he's gonna rule as the president of the United States. He still doesn't know what he's doing. He
Yeah, I
made
don't like any of them, but I
some
could.
executive orders the other day that 90% of dudes out there were clapping it up and basically beating themselves to death, and then the women didn't want to speak. Like, I mean, come on, man.
I mean, Trump is like the lesser of two evils if you think about it. Would you rather have a full-fledged racist or someone that lies about their race?
I'll do you one better. What you out of the lesser of two evils, who would you go for? And I always say this. I always say this amongst the people that I speak to about this. Almost every 4 years, I said suicide an option, because I am not that desperate to be voting for somebody whose main goal is to turn America into a melting pot of money. Even though not everybody can make six figures overnight like he did, and blew that whole $2 million check. I think it was 2 million. It might have been a little bit more, a little bit less, but his own father gave him that. His own father gave him the check, and he ended up blowing it. Right, right. So you can say, I mean, I just say let's see what happens. Let's
Yeah.
just see what happens. Let's see what the hell happens. Hey, Lisa, have you heard of the queer maker yet?
It is disrespectful because at the end of the day, just check out all of the presidents that wanted to appeal to black folks, and what did they do? It was all entertainment. Why did they like Clinton? Because Clinton was smoking weed and Clinton was getting head in the office. Hot sauce in my bag swag. Dab on them. This all you gotta do. And so now you get this woman, when we are in a new age and things are getting really bad, and you up against Donald Trump, a white man. Listen, you're gonna have to really show because at the end of the day, a man is a man, and they will choose a man before they choose a woman, especially when you keep showing that you have no logic and no rationale behind what you're doing, because the things that the people are having a problem with, you're showing to be exacerbating them. You're showing that you're gonna make this even worse. So now it's a lesser of two evils things. And they'll rather go with what they know as opposed to going with something that they see is going to take them down the path they already are complaining about. They don't want to go.
And with that, I will end it there. And she
I
is perfectly right. She is perfectly right. She's. I would rather. Well, y'all can do that. I don't have to. It's like I said. I was arguing with a whole bunch of women. Say you don't have to vote for. You don't have to vote this year because there's some younger candidates. There are going to be some younger candidates coming down the pipeline. Hell, Lisa just showed me this like a couple of weeks ago, that you're going to have the whole Gen Z, of 25-year-olds becoming presidents and vice presidents. And I heard it was going to be. I heard it through the grapevine. They're not going to be doing 4 years anymore. They're going to be doing 2-year terms. I might be right. I might be wrong on that, but mainly that doesn't make any sense.
imagine if they made me president. You know what I would do first thing. Damn, here's the first thing I would do. People that switch sides, don't. I was put a public warning out on those people. I would just make hypocrisy a crime.
I, man, they can't even graduate in the third grade. How are you going to make hypocrisy a crime?
Damn,
They
I don't
can't.
know.
Mm-mm.
I just ain't gonna tolerate snaking, and
I
grifting
mean,
will be a crime too.
I mean, Tommy Sotomayor, he grifts just as bad. I mean, 1 minute he hates black women, the next minute he's fucking them. So
I don't
it's
understand how that works.
hey, remember he had an OnlyFans.
Oh
He got
shit!
kicked, he got kicked off. Oh, you didn't know?
Wait,
He got
what?
Yeah, he got kicked off. He got kicked off of YouTube because I guess women didn't like what he was bringing to the that he was bringing out. He was putting out there, and mainly I stopped listening to him. And then yet he goes to OnlyFans and he's fucking black chicks. I
Damn.
mean, literally fucking black chicks, left and right.
Damn.
I'm like,
Damn.
you are the biggest hypocrite I have ever seen. See, I've talked
I know.
to.
I know. I know why you changing sides real quick.
He is, black women are this and black women are that. Black wear hair hats. They're hair hat hooligans, but yet you are fucking. I mean, he was literally holding that little ass, and he was like, you have to fight. He went from you a hair hat to you have to fight his ass in captivity. Like, nigga,
Damn.
I don't even know what to call that shit. I
That type
mean,
of behavior. That type of behavior will get outlawed once I'm President Loki.
what, being hypocrite?
No, not being hypocrites. Like changing position, changing stances all of a sudden without any good reason.
My presidency is very, very simple.
Yeah.
You marry you marry and you carry. That's my policy. You marry
Damn.
and you carry.
I'm
In other
like,
words,
I'm like, don't fuck her if you can't afford her expenses and shit.
no. If you brave enough to lay down with her, you are brave enough to wife her up. Otherwise, it's patriarchy time.
Yeah, that's true.
And they didn't take too lightly to people who had sexual intercourse and you're not married. You can be publicly humiliated in other countries when you do that.
Oh yeah, that's called cheating, Loki. But does anybody care? People
Not
still do
here.
it over there.
Not here. They want to bring it back to shame over here. I said, you don't have control of your country, sir. They do. You don't. You have Venezuelans over here. Put it this way. You are locked and boxed. You are locked and boxed.
Yeah, it's because America's takes its wokeness a little too far, but then they start catering to everybody, and a member of all tribes is a member of no tribes.
Social,
Justice.
is it yeah, social immigration. Social immigration. You want to be socially tied with
With everybody.
everybody. The Egyptians, when they went after those people who were disrupting their country and they took that shit back over, they didn't social immigrate with everyone.
Are you talking about
And
the ancient
the
Egyptians?
Chinese had a problem. They didn't social immigrate with. As a matter of fact, they hate you. Now they hate everybody,
Yeah.
and immediately so. Do you think the immigrants or the Indians did the same thing? Do you think the Venezuelans did that shit? No, they didn't. What they did is they started taking over shit.
Mm. That's why you can't. That's why you say sharing is not caring because sharing is called compromising.
Nah,
For
they
some
doing
people, if they share, they'll be compromising everything for themselves. And some people, once they get things something shared with them, they'll start to take over. That's what's happening in America.
yep. They ain't
Damn.
do it, but you know,
I'm not for
the United
deportations,
States,
but at this point, I'm not against it either.
the United States is on the verge of getting smaller and smaller and smaller. And the people who they're going to be ended up kicking out off the planet,
Damn.
people like me.
Damn.
People like
And then the white man says that they're going to be replaced. Oh, the irony.
that's what that's nature.
Hmm.
Humans have nothing to human beings literally have nothing to do. It's all about the nature of you know the melanin. The melanin that we repossess, it mainly states that you as a person, when facing this, when the sun hits your skin in the morning, you can't get cancer right away. As it doesn't affect you as much as someone who is light skinned.
Oh, yeah, like my white friends who look like tomatoes.
When they don't put on
Sunscreen.
the sun's touch screen. Correct.
Damn.
Black
But
people
come on, how come they have
necessarily,
all the money, though?
not my, well, my complexion is like right here, but everybody who is dark purple, black,
Hmm.
they don't necessarily have to do all that. The only thing I kind of like think that's kind of weird is like a Grace Jones like type figure with blue eyes.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's wonderful, but yeah. But anyway, there's a reason for everything, and there's one of the reasons why. Going back to what I stated earlier, that Donald Trump was going to win anyway. He was just going to win.
Yeah, why waste the time?
Why waste your
Time,
time
money, energy,
arguing,
resources.
tripping over something that you had zero control of anyway?
It
Because
was inevitable.
it was never going to work. Your vote was not going to count anyway. But
Uh, it's kind of true. They let the people that they want to win.
mhm.
But there's another reason. I see there's another angle to it. Maybe people knew that if they didn't vote for Trump, then Trump will do something crazy again.
What do you in your prediction? What do you think he's going to do?
Let's say if they didn't vote for Trump and Kamala became president, Trump will do another raid on the Washington D.C. White House again, and then a civil war would have started.
Uh, I don't think he's going to do that again because
I mean,
he already
I
has
mean,
like so many counts against him.
he
The
did that
war.
once, but he used that to his advantage. He capitalized it off of doing it once. So he put that fear in people's hearts, Loki, and then people started to gather in flocks and vote for him. That's one strategy. That's one theory.
I mean, you don't necessarily have to do that. I mean, he can get if he can get Hulk Hogan, a 74-year-old man, what's up, what's happening, brother, and go and vote for him. I don't think he's going to have a problem with this one. I don't think he was going to ever have a problem with this one because he's too rich. He's way too rich. I'm gonna transition over to another YouTuber that is famous for what he does, and that's not well. He's not a pander. No, he's a simp. He's just. I mean, he tells it like it is as a brother, as a man, as a human being, and he ended up going on this show. I'm talking about Illasophical. Shouts out to Illasophical.
Mm.
Um, Mainly Illasophical. He does interviews, and he does type shows out on the street, not just on YouTube, but he goes out to the people and he talks with the people. Now, he's the type of person that will just mainly just keep it 100, just keep it a buck. But before I do that, I want to speak with Mahogany.
I I'm gonna leave for a bit.
Okay. All right, look. Mahogany. Let me get on the big screen here. Let me get on the big screen here. Oh, and thank you, Theory, for coming up, by the way. Uh, Mahogany. Mahogany, 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 mahogany. Matter of fact, let me drop this down. Let me go ahead and drop this. Well, how can I drop it down when it doesn't? Anyway, I'll figure it out. But let me see if I can actually do this. Nope, nope, nope. Mahogany Roots in MJ. How can I say this with the? I'm just gonna come out and be 100%. Dear, stop calling yourself fat. That's number one. Stop calling yourself fat. Stop trolling yourself because mainly, basically, we all think that you are skinny as a goddamn French fry. So just relax, my dear. You're fine. You are totally fine. Relax. Enjoy your boyfriend. Enjoy your Thanksgiving. If you believe it, if you don't believe it, okay, cool, fine, whatever. Second thing I want to say is not everybody's going to be your cup of tea. I enjoy you. The people in your chat room enjoy you. Relax, chill out. Stop stop going around pandering to people who don't have your best interest at heart. In other words, people who talk shit about you are going to talk shit about you for the rest of your life. Look at my situation. Uh-huh. So, with that being said, and oh, by the way, my bad, I don't have another picture of you because the only picture I could find of you was that particular picture. It's not the picture, it's the point that I want to drive home. But if you want to give me another one, then fine, cool, whatever. Whatever. All right. Um keep on doing your show. You have great show. You have great talent. You have great shows. You know how to run YouTube. You do. If you have Rumble, you would definitely know how to run Rumble. You know what I'm saying? But don't let these clowns get on your nerves all because they don't like white. They love white women, but they hate you. If your name is Mahogany Roots, you're not worried about it because you already have somebody who has your heart. And you say, and you're complaining that they said that your shit doesn't work. Well, how would they know? They love white cooch. You're with a black man. Why does that bother you? This is the thing that pisses me off every time that you go out and then to say I can understand if a different nigga came up and they said, yo, Mahogany Roots is ugly as fuck. Again, with that, does that bother you? No, it shouldn't bother you, my dear. It shouldn't bother you like that. It's gonna come a time there where we're gonna have different live streams on one fucking platform at one fucking time of another, right? It's gonna be Mahogany Roots over here, or it's going to be Auntie over there, and I'm over here, and you got uh, L Nix over here, right? We're gonna have our own shit, and we ain't got to worry about anybody else, with these crazy ass platforms. And we're all the type to respect not only ourselves, but we are capable, willing and capable of listening and respecting black women. That's including me. And of course, I forgot D. Durrell. We can't forget that, brother. We definitely can't forget that, brother. But my point is, just be yourself, as always. Be yourself. We love you. We respect you. Please move onward. Now, I'm gonna move onward with this particular brother from my brother from another mother, Illasophical. I think he's the next generation YouTuber of the year, other than these other folks. I really don't know, but I think he is top tier in my opinion. So let's listen. I believe before I begin, let me just say this. He was on the Whatever podcast with these particular white folks. I only seen it a couple of times, but let's just see what this is about.
Would y'all agree or disagree that?
It just is what it is. It has nothing to do with me. If I'm not
trying to get positive messages out to the people, that's what I'm here to do and share my perspective.
That. Title's on you, baby.
Yeah, man. Go by the name of Cloud Jones, rapper, singer, songwriter, and just somebody who likes to talk about, the current events and share perspective.
Yeah.
Where that comes from?
I think it's from personal experience with essay. Do you know what I'm alluding to when I say essay?
No, what's essay? What do you mean?
No, don't say it. We know it. It's non-consensual.
You're right. I just everyone knows when I'm like.
It's like the abbreviation for the law.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I think it's due to personal experience.
You can actually say it.
Well, no, I think he was trying to prove a point. I think it really became famous because a dad had answered, I would leave my baby with a bear versus a man, and that's coming from an overly sarcastic overview of it, saying, I'd rather leave him with Winnie the Pooh than a stranger, right? But that is already leading this connotation of all men are inherently have these evil thoughts towards women, which is not the case and not the reality. And I think women harped on that, and it started feeding their emotional feelings of being oppressed through their experiences with men doing inappropriate things to the majority of people, or however they chose to internalize these situations. It turned into something it really didn't need to be.
Shout out
and
to
then
Uncle Jeff.
Yeah, and then in the argument, I mean, it made absolutely no sense.
Yeah, it made no sense.
It didn't. Yeah, Lucky Marie, she talking about something. She would take that to bed. I bet you would. I'll bet you would. You know what I'm saying? But I think your luck might run out that day, sweetheart. Let's get to the video. This was definitely a interesting conversation.
It's a lot, so we probably won't be able to get to everything. I have them do a little circle for all my toxic positions that they disagree with. The first one, though, that we're going to start with is the bear. So going around the table, would you rather cross paths with a man or a bear in the forest? Random man, random bear.
Like literally, we're being so literal right now. I would have to say, I don't want to say that though.
Well, what did you write on the?
I think I left it blank, to be honest with you.
You did leave it blank.
I just looked at it.
You do have to answer though.
It's a hard question.
Like I said, shouts out to Illasophical. He's the next generational YouTube kid. Or I would like to say, brother. mean, some will call me pro blackity black. You know, of course, you got the couple of sisters up there, but normally I wouldn't entertain a whole bunch of white chicks on there because it's like, they say whatever they want to say. And I mean, I feel some type of a way. But mainly, the main focus is the message and not anything else. So, logically, I would have to listen and try to analyze and comprehend and understand where these people are coming from. So, I'm going to try my due diligence to do just that.
And by the way,
I feel like this is
you're
a
not
bad
allowed
comparison, to be completely honest, though. So, like,
You're not allowed to change your answer. Whatever you wrote here, you have to say it.
are we talking about like any man?
Random. Okay, so it's a random man.
A random man?
Okay, look, here's the scenario.
Because I was taught
Can
to
you
run
tell
from
us
a bear,
the
so I
color
know how
of
to
the
run
bear?
from
Is
a
it a
bear.
brown
Color of the
bear or a
it's
white
pink
bear?
It's a pink bear.
Oh, then a bear.
Hold on. Here's the scenario, okay? I mean, it was already kind of written, but
He said you could have just read it, but
you randomly spawn in the forest. You spawn.
Just there.
Okay. Then 2 buttons spawn in front of you. One of them would spawn a random man. The other spawns a random bear. So you get to pick which one spawns. So
I would say a bear.
no, you can't change your answer. You got whatever you wrote here. You have to say what it. So just answer whatever you wrote in the thing.
I only say a bear because my family used to go bear hunting, so I know how to run from a
Okay,
bear.
so you pick bear.
Yeah.
All right.
I picked bear.
Okay.
I said depends on the man.
Well, it's a random man you don't know.
That's why I don't. I'm
Bear.
Okay.
I picked bear.
Bear.
Man, because I thought he was manly when I read it. I didn't know that it was going to be
Oh,
some
does it
random
change?
strongy
Does it
person.
change?
Honestly, yeah.
Oh, so now bear.
It depends on who it is. Yeah.
No, so it could be.
Then I don't trust that he's, I guess, a strong,
could
hunky
be-
man.
It could randomly be
Wait, wouldn't that
Could
be
be a man,
if
a
he's
weak man,
strong?
an
No,
elderly
that's
man.
good because then he can protect me.
No. It's not a bear and a man. He's not protecting you from the bear. There's either a man or a bear.
Like you're one-on-one with a man or a bear.
Oh, I was thinking like just he could protect me. And
Yo, seriously, what's up with this man versus bear shit? Like, I heard it all before, but I didn't get the concept of it. I mean, is he chasing you in the woods? Are you living in the woods? Like, what are we doing here? What the fuck are we doing here? I've heard this shit before, right? Philosophical. What up though? Like, entertainer brother, what does all this mean? Haslam, what up though? Salute. I want to ask y'all a question. Have y'all become members of the We-On-Loc Nation channel? If you have not, please do so today, for you will not possibly hear from me for the next until next Sunday. You probably won't be hearing from me until next Sunday, because of course my brother just needs a break. Brothers need a break. I'll be around, but my brother just needs a break. And then next in December of, I had to look at my calendar. December of the 21st, I'll definitely be taking a huge motherfucking break until January. You definitely will not be hearing from me until January. So I want to make these last bit of weeks on coming a stream to remember. So if you have not become a member of the We-On-Loc Nation channel, please do so. If you have not subscribed to the channel, please tell a friend to tell a friend to please subscribe to the We-On-Loc Nation channel, aka the Lock Sector. planning on making my own sector because I just don't. Ugh, these sectors here. It's kind of poisonous if you ask me, but it's here nor there.
Any situation in the woods.
Let's
That's
just
what I meant.
assume
But yeah, I get what you're saying. It'd be bad
That's
to be
a
alone
really
with a man,
that's
though.
a really strange answer anyway. Like,
Yeah.
what if the random man spawns? He's like, "Oh, I don't give a shit about you. Protect yourself."
That's a possibility. Yeah.
He gives you to the bear.
He
It was
finds a
like,
bear. and gives it
my
to you.
chances of surviving in this forest without you greatly increase.
Yeah, why didn't I
So instead,
trust my
I'm
survival
going to
instincts
just
over
leave you here.
Okay, I guess I pick bear then.
I said man, but I changed my answer to bear.
I say man all the way.
Wait, so bear.
Can I
bear-
change my
Everyone
answer?
Bear.
Yeah.
You want to change it?
Yeah,
Why?
but you said we couldn't, so I was sticking with the script.
Okay, but originally you wrote
Yeah,
bear, but
originally
why
I
did-
wrote
so
bear.
Why did you change?
'Cause it might be a grizzly bear, and I don't fuck with those.
See,
and
that's
I'd
why I
rather
asked
fuck with a
what kind of
stranger in the woods than a grizzly bear.
Okay. So those of you, two questions then. Those of you who said bear, why? Like, why do you pick the bear? And then why don't you pick the man?
See, I would pick the man if I could have the choice of man, but since I don't have the choice, I pick bear because.
Wait, can you tilt your mic down a little bit? Yeah. There you
Okay,
go. Go ahead.
yeah. But I say pick bear because like I don't. Humans sometimes are unpredictable, and if it's a random person, I don't know what they're gonna do. And a bear, like, they're just nature. They just probably will run at you, and you kind of just.
Yeah. So just so I understand this correctly, essentially, I think what you're saying is, with the man, while the bear could kill you, with the man could also kill you. He could also assault you in other ways. Is that a fair assessment?
Yeah, but the bear might be nice, might kill me. I
Okay,
don't know.
we'll come back to that. What about you? Why? So why do you pick the bear? Why don't you pick the man?
I have
Yes, sorry.
two answers.
Sure.
Why I picked the bear? I grew up in rural Arizona,
Mhm.
so I feel like I went camping all the time, seen lots of bears. I feel comfortable in that situation, for one. And then two, a random man and a random bear. A man could potentially take away my dignity and then kill me, whereas a bear will just kill me. So
I mean, or like
I'd
eat
rather
you and let you die slowly.
Well, I mean, a man could do that too.
Sure. How many? But have you encountered a bear before?
I have. Yeah,
hmm How many men have you encountered?
a lot. They're
Hundreds of
scary.
thousands.
I deal with men all the time for my job.
Yeah, but like just walking down the street.
Yeah,
Like how many men do you think you've like just walked by?
I'm not entirely
Millions.
sure. I wouldn't say millions.
Maybe you were in a classroom. Start adding these up. You were in a.
But I mean thousands at least, right?
Certainly
But
thousands, right?
It doesn't matter the statistic of how many men I've gone past, because
It
if we're
does
being quite
matter.
honest, the amount of men who have done horrible things to me is pretty high of those situations.
This well, I had to see this one here, this one here, this one here. She was something else. Jesus Christ, she was something else. But
Yeah. Wild.
she was something else.
Yeah,
My
no
thing
lie.
with her,
With the binocular.
you said what? What you said?
See the mountain lions with the binoculars?
Yeah, she's Dr. Doolittle and shit. But my thing with her is, she was all over the place. Like, you notice she was like, yeah, I work with a lot of people. As if she said it with like a negative connotation. But I remember y'all remember later on in that show, because like I said, the show's about power and an argument. She later on said, yeah, I work with great people. I work with great guys. But earlier when we were talking about random people and men, we was talking about, well, I work with a lot of guys. But then them same guys you work with such great guys later on in the show. It's like some people just want to win the conversation. And I feel like my question was to panel with the ladies was that the issue I feel like they didn't take into account is when you take the bear and human, you remove the negative aspect. You remove getting SA'd by the man. And brothers, please say SA in great. You take away getting SA'd by the man, and you take away getting killed by a bear. What's the highest potential of that can happen from the two dynamics with the bear? Like, what's the best that can happen with the bear, and what's the best that can happen with the man? I feel like it didn't weigh up, and the fact that they just totally just assumed the worst possible scenarios. Like, you know, he could talk to you, he could be nice to you, he could help you go fishing. You know what I'm saying? They just said no, he's gonna essay me, and I'd rather get eaten to death by bear than essay. So, Jason, you first. How you feel?
Hear me and hear me good. Now, I understand what he is saying, right? For a logical standpoint, let's talk reality, ladies and gentlemen. If you're in the woods with a bear, excuse me, versus a man, just realize you're going to get eaten up by a bear. You mean to tell me you have more fear and more you have more animosity and more fear towards the male than you would have the bear? Even though there are whatever men you're into, there's like at least the amount of men there are versus the amount of bears. If that's even I can't even frame it into a sentence. Let's be real. Let's be really real. 1,000% real. 100,000%. A million. Right? You're gonna get eaten up by a freaking bear. A bear can weigh anywhere from 400 to 700 pounds, possibly even larger than that. And it can run as fast as a human. So, with that, you would rather deal with somebody who, or something that nearly doesn't give a damn about your feelings, doesn't give a damn about what you go through. It's hungry and it wants to eat. And it's going to see a meal right in front of your ass. What sense does this all make? Oh, I'd rather be with a bear that I know is going to think one way, and if I could just if I could just pet it one time and then go through a series of changes, just like you were trying to change a man every time he no. Let's come back to reality. Let's come back to reality. You would rather take a chance with someone who is going to protect you, provide for you, and the whole nine, versus a bear that will just maul you to death and probably take a shit all over you. That's its job. And despise what other white folks do with their bears, because they usually catch them out on the street somewhere, run them over, and all of a sudden, oh, my leg hurts. And, oh, Johnny, we got to bring this bear in. Why? We got to kill it. No, don't kill it. Let's make love to it. Let's put him in our care. Come on, Johnny. You always said you wanted to entertain the wildlife, so why don't you just entertain this bear? Bear's not going to give you any money, no resources. Let's go.
In comparison to that assumption of assault by the man as opposed to a bear.
I think sometimes when people experience extreme trauma, they slip into a place to where they can only see the conversation through that lens. So they're not really looking at it from a reality base. They're looking at it through fear. So sometimes people who look at situations through fear that's connected to a deep trauma, their concept of reality becomes a little delusional, right? Because their subconscious mind is like in this fear when it comes to thinking about being put in a situation, being next to a potentially dangerous man they don't know nothing about. So it's all looking at something through the lens of trauma, and that's why their explanations of why they chose the bear instead of a man is the reason why they chose that aspect. I think it's just a trauma-based reaction of an answer.
Yeah, we got a Nazi, a neo-feminist in the chat. She looks familiar. That fro is definitely familiar. She says bears mind their business for the most part. Men don't.
Do they?
Bears is nosy as hell. When you're in the woods, you got to put up dental
You know
floss,
what I'm saying?
toothpaste. They come for every little thing. So I think it's more than likely that bear will come mind your business than a man would. But this is the type of thinking that exists in America.
But if they saw the bear in real life in the woods, they would run. You feel what I'm saying? Immediately.
Ladies, how do you feel about in hindsight? Because I think, Mary, did you choose the bear? You chose the man. I think you chose the man. I
chose the bear on the paper, and I asked to switch it to the man.
What made you switch?
So truthfully, I didn't even know what the Whatever podcast was. Leading into it, I actually had no idea what I was getting myself into. I think I was formulating an idea of what the argument was going to look like based off of your answer once we had already gotten an hour or so into this podcast. And I had a feeling it was leaning towards a logical debate if a hyper feminist woman would try and fight for their opinion on choosing a bear over a man. And that's why I changed my answer, was because I was trying to analyze what I was about to be put in, and logically, strictly no trauma, not trauma informed, trauma based reaction, I would change my answer to a man. So that's why I changed, is because I was like kind of gauging
conversation when Andrew looked up women's sexual fantasies, and surprisingly, the number one was SA, to get SA. And I thought that was surprising how the greatest fear was also the fantasy. And it's all things, as I've said on my show before, that we live, peace, Jason, peace, thanks for pulling up, brother. I feel like women sometimes live in this world, thanks for coming out, bro. I feel like women oftentimes live in a world between fear and fantasy. I feel like they watch a lot of shows where it shows these fantastical men with these fantastical incomes and lifestyles. And they also watch shows that shows these most fear-mongering events, this serial, brutal, you know what. And I feel like they watch these two shows and it pulls their mind to these extreme places that's so far away from the middle. So I thought this conversation was interesting. We're gonna play a little clip of it, and Clyde, definitely want you to get on this.
I have no idea.
That's actually a really good argument. That's a fantastic argument.
I'm gonna tell you.
Yeah, it's yeah.
Maybe you're referring to. Were you talking about guys that can't get sex and then they lash out because of violence?
They know too.
I feel like
just the entitlement to women.
Nobody's answering the question.
Can I jump in?
What do you think the most common fantasy of?
I don't know.
British accent.
Yeah, definitely.
The word is
Dominance.
Bingo.
I mean, yeah.
No, I mean it's
much more than that. I think it's much more than that.
They have grape fantasies.
Thought men have those more.
Not all. I don't. I don't.
Hang on. I'm just gonna go off the facts here. All right. We'll make sure that we all get it right. Number 10, Strangers in the Night. 9, Groups. 7, laying you out on display for other people to see, meaning you're having in front of other people. 6, sexually ravaged. 5, or 4, to leave it as a tip. And then 2, strap on, I'm going in. That's pretty brutal, right? And then number 1 is SA fantasies. Number 1.
That doesn't mean there was not a single thing I think you said that I fantasize about. I'm not gonna lie.
Now, well, okay, while that could be true, I just want you to understand that there's all sorts of things which I'm sure would be attributed to the majority of men that perhaps could not be attributed to me. Here's a really good one. I have blue eyes. That's really, really, really rare in men, right? That has nothing to do with how common brown eyes are, right? So even though I don't fit the mold, it doesn't really mean anything. I'm not saying anybody here has fantasies of being SA'd. I'm just saying that it's the number 1 fantasy.
Well, it's what it is, I
You
guess.
had something on this?
Yeah, this was a lot. For one, he just said that was a list of women's fantasies.
Top 10 reported by women. Yeah.
Now, remember previously how I told you that women say something and do something else. Now, if you ask the common women, they just said that's their biggest fear. But you just did a poll that's their biggest fantasy. So you see how women can say one thing and think and do something totally different? So I just want to say that. 2, it's very alarming that women will take a chance with a wild animal who is extremely unpredictable over a man who can possibly not do none of those things. That there is a potential with a man. There is no potential with the bear. None. He's going to kill you or kill you later. So for women to pick the bear over a man who can potentially build a fort with you, make a campfire, and just totally assume he's going to hurt you, it's just very disturbing that women have these, or at least they say.
What often women like this, 9 times out of 10, are going to fear the worst when it comes to men. I don't put myself excuse me, I don't put myself in any of those categories because number 1, it's stupid, it's dangerous, it's wicked. But I wish I could come up with my own poll, and that's black woman versus white woman. Who I want to get caught up in the woods with. Of course, they're going to come up with your stereotypical type features. A black woman nearly can break your heart, break your back, can do all these type of things to you. Call the police on you, snitch on you, just to make I could go on and on all day long what these men say. Versus these white women are, they do the exact same thing that a black woman does, which I think is a whole bunch of BS. Because up until today, black women or white women have it just as good, if not better, have a better situation than black women would. Although, like I said, it falls on the shoulders of the black woman. So I mainly say I would rather be in the woods by myself with a black woman who nags and likes to pick up knives and swing them at you. I'd rather deal with that situation, right, than having to deal with a white woman who absolutely wants to annihilate me. Excuse me, psychologically. Because all it takes is the brain to go. After she controls your mind, she controls your thoughts. The rest is mainly history. But then again, that's the quote unquote blackety black side of me talking. Let's continue.
They have these fantasies that men will just do this they just assume such negativity about men. It's just kind of disturbing to hear that. It's like, I would never take a chance with a wild, ravaging bear than a human being without having a chance to. I can't even talk to the bear. You can at least bargain with the man, maybe. You just discarded the common interest of talking over a savage beast. It's just crazy how women think today. No offense.
I think it's disturbing that we've been in positions where we feel that way.
Yeah.
Rather than.
Wait, can I? Go ahead. Do you have
I mean, no, I do. Yeah, that's what. But that sounds good. But according to the list, the number one fantasy of women is the thing that you all are saying that you hate.
That doesn't mean we want it to happen to us in real life.
I don't believe you do. I'm just saying, it's a it just shows the duplicitous, contradictory nature of women that I spoke of earlier.
But
If you
I
follow,
also
I'm
have
gonna
to
let
argue
y'all
with you,
retort.
though.
I'm gonna let y'all retort. I'm not saying y'all feel this way. I'm just saying it's just proof of the contradictory nature of following what women say as according to what they do. Because if I feel like most women should feel how y'all feel, but according to his poll, the number one thing was the most appalling thing that they're saying out of their mouths. And it's just contradictory. Like when that movie Shades of Grey came out, women loved that.
A fantasy is in a safe situation. It actually happening in an abusive way is not something you're
How is assault a fantasy?
And also, let me add to this: a lot of SA victims will fantasize
over trauma.
Their trauma, even though it was a bad experience for them. They then fetishize their own trauma.
As a man, I would never fetishize somebody beating me.
And you're a man. We are women.
I don't. Like I say, what y'all saying, what y'all been thinking, it don't make sense. I don't see how you can fantasize about something that you put on that you deem is so negative.
You don't understand, but it's just genuinely
And there's women
science.
that's been
like it
essayed
is.
that do fantasize over.
No, they end up being. They end up being that. They turn all the way over. That's what they do.
I would also like to ask.
So let's have a conversation. Let's have a conversation. So, ladies, is there something men don't understand about how a woman could fantasize about that event, but still have a trauma associated with it as well? Because some women I know that never been through that still like to be roughed around when it comes to intimacy. Like what aspect of that correlation don't men understand?
I will say for the first thing, like it just kind of circles back to what I said in the video, like it's trauma. But the women that don't have trauma, I don't want to speak for them because I obviously have my own things. I air it out on the internet myself. But I honestly feel like that comes down to corn and what they think a man likes. But I'm not sure because I'm not one of those women. I'm not, but that's just what I think.
Mary.
I'm trying to understand, like, what the context of the essay fantasy is, because I'm questioning. I'm trying to rationalize in my head because that makes no sense to me, right? Logically, I'm like, that's fucking wild. If
Maybe it's like a cosplay type of role play thing, you know.
Like, what I can rationalize is it's it's a play on dominance, a little bit of BDSM, stuff like that. And to me, different than being essayed. That's more of a niche of power plays and roles in a safe environment with somebody that you trust sexually to explore with feeling safe to stop at any given moment. But you're exploring themes like that, which not everybody wants to. But yeah.
No, go ahead. You want to add something real quick, Mary, before I go there?
But like, if that's not what the fantasy is, and I misunderstand, it's just severe essay.
In a relationship like this, if things were going well, but the beginning was so shady.
And then read the too long didn't read just for a recap.
My girlfriend met up and hooked up with a guy while we were dating, but not official, while she was taking it slow with me.
Okay, so let's have the panel's reaction there. Do you think valid? Do you think, hey, look, they weren't official. She can do whatever she wants. Your position, starting with you.
I honestly think the whole thing's invalid. I don't even think he should be even thinking about it. If a relationship starts off that way, it's always going to be that way. So I don't even think he should have made the Reddit post. He should have just not even pursue her, talk about her, think about. Yeah.
Okay.
Ended
All
things right away.
Okay. Your thoughts?
I think both feelings are very valid. That being said, it really comes down to, do you see your life without this person? And if not, then, then you should be with them. And if you can't live without them, but if you can and you can't get past this, then of course you should break up with them.
Wait, both feelings valid?
Both feelings.
How were her feelings valid?
Because we only know it from his perspective. We have to
just take it.
At his word, exactly. So we don't know exactly what she was feeling and maybe why she didn't want to initially have sex with him versus having sex with this other guy. We don't know what the relationship between them are. So from just a solid outside perspective, I don't think any of that really matters. It matters how you feel about the person now. Like, did that taint it for you to the point that you can't be with her? And if the answer is yes, you shouldn't be with her.
I have to disagree. Only because if you like someone, you're not going to go sleep with someone else. Like, you just aren't. And not to say, but how would you feel? And I'm not saying that they ever did. I never want to paint you like that. But, if your boyfriend, when you first started talking, if he were to sleep with another woman, wouldn't you look at him differently?
No, because I think I already knew when we got together, when we first met, that he had a very, he had way more sexual partners than I ever did. And it never really, maybe I felt a little insecure about it, but I feel like I just cared about him more than I cared about his past.
Well, sexual partners is fine, but if we're sitting here dating and talking and you go to sleep with someone, we're not dating. We're not dating. You're dating other people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't understand how the other side's valid, honestly. That's what I'm trying to figure out, is how you figured out that the woman's side is valid here. Clearly, if you're dating a man and she says, I could see this being exclusive, and so does he, that's where they're both moving towards. And then she's sleeping with another guy. That's an action that is contradictory to what it is that she's actually saying and doing.
She just straight up lied, low key.
I would say the same thing if the roles was switched. Until you say that you're official, anything can happen. You can't necessarily, I'm not saying I would, but you can't be surprised, I guess.
Humans have expectations. Right.
Before we weigh in, I would get everybody's.
Sure. I think communication.
Real quick, Cloud. What do you think are expectations a man should realistically have, or a woman for that matter, in the early stages? Because in the story, he was saying how he was taking the girl out to dinner, and she was basically giving the inclination that they might be something. It was nothing conclusive, nothing negative, any conclusion. But you're supposed to
full exclusive relationship down the line. You're courting people out, you're vetting people out, you're dating, could be dating other people until that verbal confirmation has been made clear. It's kind of fair game. But I also feel like the dude has got to know at a certain point when to kind of put his thinking hat on and be like, yo, wait.
We done been ruthless. We done, what's up, man?
Yeah. So I think it falls on them both. There clearly wasn't a clear communication on what the expectation was from them both. But I think it does rely on, since she didn't have a fucking problem. She didn't have a problem sleeping with someone else. I think it does fall on him to put his hat on, his thinking cap on, and be like, yo, good? Are we, is this going somewhere? I do realize that falls.
I basically had enough because she's all over the fucking place. Like, share, subscribe to the channel. Like, share, subscribe to the channel. Sub to it, like it, share it. My conclusion to that whole fiasco thing is, if you're a young woman, black, white, whatever, and you're constantly blaming men for what some of them don't do, right? And that's SAU or you act like some fantasy. It's some fantasy, some sick fantasy of yours. I don't know, and I don't really care. I mean, when it comes to my women, we don't think of shit like that. They usually tell you up front what it is. It's like, we fucking or we not. It's mainly I get straight to the point, and it's like you want to play with my fantasy, you want to this and that, but as soon as I touch you, oh, you want to call the police. It's like, okay, whatever. Oh, you are harassing me. I'd rather be with the bear than and him and the bear eating me up and stuff. No. Mm-mm. I can't think of anything else. I mean, that's just mind boggling. I mean, but that's why I say he's capable of doing that, and I'm capable of doing that. And I said this is the reason why he's the king of reacting to white folks at this particular level. Even though there were some sisters there. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. I couldn't be in a room full of starving ass white people that mainly their main goal. I don't even know what their main goal is. I don't even what's the chemistry there. What's the it's all confusing. I mean, you're there to have conversations. Great. About what? I mean, okay, you're trying to get the girls in check. You're trying to keep the girls in check. Okay, we get it. What's the dialogue here? And if so, does this hold any type of weight? Does this hold any type of value? No, it doesn't. Because if you have I'm not getting in Illasophical business. He can date whoever he wants to date. You know what I'm saying? But the fact of the matter is, would you want to date somebody who is just a suspect? Because some of those women are sus. You know what I'm saying? But I'll let you have it. That's your realm, not mine. Our black women need more attention than anything. Our whole black community are black students. But as far as the show is concerned, I'll interview it a little bit more. And if I don't get nothing through it, not disrespecting you in any way because you went on that program, on that podcast. Shouts out to you, big bro. But mainly to say I'm a Pan African. I don't deal with those type of white problems. I just don't. I am me at the end of the day, and if people can accept it or they don't, I can accept the fact that this particular black person is having some issues with possibly having daddy issues. That's number one. Number two, if you're going to go into a forest by yourself, let's just say you have one gun, one bullet, right? And the bear's going to attack you. You better make damn sure you hit and not miss. You better make mother freaking sure that you hit this bear and not miss. Otherwise, that's your ass. So the next best thing is what? Trying to find a man that can help you with your situation. That's how I see it. Oh, the man that ain't worrying enough because there are a whole bunch of cheese and a whole bunch of lies and a blah, 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 whatever. Work it out. Work it out. To my African sisters, feel so sorry for you. Feel so sorry that you have to deal with. I mean, they stuck a parasite up in you, and you have to deal with their problems in their country and their this nah. And then I go on to OnlyFans and I'm just by myself, and then you got too much baggage, right? And you mainly you absorb white people issues. Shame. We need to bring shaming back. Yes, we do. We need to bring shaming back for these type of individuals. Illasophical, you're doing great, man. Keep up the great work, bro. Keep up the great work. Even though this is not my cup of tea, being around a whole bunch of white people, I can't entertain that. I just can't. I'm just here to support you, bro. I'm here to support what you do. You go out there on the streets and you handle business like a man should, like a black man should. Yeah, I can't do that. But I listened. I was fair. I listened and I observed, and I don't get it. I just don't effing get it. Just imagine me real quick. Just imagine this: a white woman going into the woods, right, trying to find love and compassion and this and that, and the next thing you know, oh, you look. Oh, I was attacked by not a bear but a human being. How? He wanted to give me a hug. Aww. Aww. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. The thing you go, oh, help. No. No, we got too many Emmett Tills in the building. But I will say this and I'm gonna be off. Respect yourself long enough, and maybe, just maybe, he will respect you at vice versa. And at vice versa, the women are supposed to be the nurturers and the providers or whatever. Let your man make one mistake, and I promise you, you will leave. You will fucking leave.